Hi there, everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining us on my first live. I have to start out with an apology because, like all live feeds, our first live feeds, we had a little snafu. We were supposed to start at 8, but the scheduling didn't work through, whatever this process
Because
is.
her first live on the Simply Jocelyn, and usually there's a button that lets you schedule, so apparently I missed it. So those of you who've been waiting for 2 hours for this, or an hour and a half,
It's
apologies
all
for
Mark's
that.
fault, so
It's
we should all
fault.
say it together. Ready? Shut up, Mark. So anyway, hi, and thanks for joining us. I'm glad to see so many of you on here. I know you've followed us over from Wolters World, Mark and Mary Ellen and Andrew, and oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of people already on. So welcome. It's nice to see all of you. Oh, look, Professor Wolters has joined us also. Isn't that exciting?
Indeed.
So, yeah.
Rally Creative Travel, good to see you.
Yeah, hey, nice to see you. And who else was on? Oh, Chef Ilham was on, our friend at Fun de Peace from Morocco, which is cool. And hi, Henry Martinez and my mother-in-law. Hi, Kathy. John, it's nice to see all of you here. So this is going to be kind of just a typical Whiskey Wednesday. We have started with our Jack and Ginger. Cheers. Mm-hmm.
And yes, Mark Finley, we are fancy because Simply Jocelyn is simply fabulous.
Yeah, so Mark had to put on a collared shirt. Like it's a
But
rarity
don't worry,
these days.
I didn't wear an undershirt to keep it real.
Just keeping it regular, right? So hi Lori, it's nice to see you too.
Oh, Michael
Hahn, hello. I love that I'm first and you're in parentheses.
It's okay. I'm used to being second.
Oh, it's okay. You're first in my heart.
Hey, Sawa, good to see you.
Yeah. All right. So, I do rock. Thank you, Kathy. You know, it's really complimentary when your mother-in-law tells you that you rock. So very cool. All right. So, today we'll talk about travel stuff because Simply Jocelyn is going to be, it's a globally inspired life. So although I'm focusing a lot on food and drink and things like that, I want to also get into like the cultural end of stuff. And so we'll be doing a lot of that actually this weekend. One of my very dearest friends, like lifetime friends, is coming up here. She and her husband, they're from Savannah. And we were talking about Simply Jocelyn and about like food and drink and whatnot. And she, when she was quarantining, although they've sort of been sheltering in place anyway, even though they're not mandated to down there, they've kind of been doing it anyway. She suggests when she did it, she was posting a cocktail every night, and it was just kind of a fun thing for all of her friends on Facebook or whatever to see. So she said, why don't we make 52 cocktails? And I said, well, sugar, that sounds like a good weekend.
My liver.
So we're gonna have your liver's on the right, darling. This is your pancreas.
Oh my. Well, I have double livers for all the drinking we're gonna be doing the next few days.
So Sandra and Charlie are going to join us this weekend, and we are going to film. Our goal is 52 cocktails. Whether we make it there or not, she and I are going to have sips, and we're going to pass the rest on to our men and see which one falls down first.
Charlie and I are going to die.
So
I always think they're here for like 5 days, so 10 cocktails a day.
Yeah. Although, yeah.
Well, 10 cocktails a day. I mean, if we start early, because you could have the like mimosas. I mean, you guys are doing like cool fancy stuff, but you could have like morning cocktails,
well, we could do
afternoon
mimosas.
cocktails, evening cocktails. There's all kinds of cocktails.
Yeah. So a lot of them that we're gonna do together are sort of historical things. Both Sandra and I, she was my boss actually, and we worked for the Coastal Heritage Society. It's a historic preservation type group, and we have several different really amazing, you should put that in the link if you can. Anyway, we have really amazing historical sites all throughout Savannah. And so we are talking like some really cool historic drinks that you're not going to necessarily find everywhere else. So yeah, that'll be a really fun thing, right? All right. So, Mark Finley says he's had 6 to 8 pimento cheese this week and 2 before dinner tonight. That sounds like dinner to me. Oh my gosh. That's really
JB
funny.
was mean to say they enjoyed your pimento cheese recipe.
I'm so glad the pimento cheese got a ton of views.
Hey, Thomas.
I was really surprised at. Oh, hey Thomas, it's nice to see you down the road. And let's see. So the pimento cheese was huge. Like people didn't even know what pimento cheese was.
I know. We ended up. Well, and also that's the one I put on the Wolters World community feed. Which,
that's why I got.
Which does. I mean, which now the community feed, it's like Facebook. Like it doesn't really ever show. Like nothing ever shows up unless people pay for it to show up. It seems like. But it did get some people over. It was really nice. Very super supportive. You guys have all been great on her channel. Haven't had any trolls. That's one of the nice things about doing this Whiskey Wednesday over here on Simply Jocelyn. I think it will help with some of the trolling and other things. So we can talk travel. We can talk about Jocelyn's food, the stuff she's going to do. Like Henry Martinez is asking, are you making some Mexican food?
Actually, I was kind of thinking about making some green pozole
you started.
Weekend. Well, I did start last week, but or was it 2 weeks ago?
But we messed up.
And I was really frustrated with it. I was having trouble with the filming and stuff. So I made the pozole and we ate it. And I didn't really film it. So there's that.
Kathy Wolters says the tiramisu is amazing. It is. And actually, Jocelyn was watching that. My parents, my mom, and they came last weekend. And they're coming over. And Jocelyn says to watch the video. She's like, I can make this so quick. So I literally took I took Liam to swim lessons.
You took Caleb over to Mary Ann's house to
pull yes, right. I took Caleb over to Mary Ann's house to pull weeds, talked for a little bit, came back, stuff's already in the fridge, we'll be ready for tonight. It really, truly took me less than 20 minutes to make. Once you've done it once, it really is an easy thing. Although the video is really long, but that's because I talk too much. So, yes, I will definitely do some Mexican food. And for the Simply Jocelyn fans out there, who we all are, one of the things I look at is, I just lost my train of thought because one of those things popped up.
Yep. Hi, Peter. Hi, Megan. It's nice to see you. Mary Ellen says, when you live in Georgia, you learn about pimento cheese. It's so true. Sandra and I actually, when we were working together, we started something, and it kind of focused on the foodways, the historic and cultural foodways of the South, and particularly coastal Georgia and South Carolina. And we just did amazing stuff, we would cook. The two of us, we would cook for events that we would have, membership events, and we would cook things. So she and I do this a lot together. And actually, one year she came I do a big Greek Easter thing every year. Not this year because, COVID, but every other year. And she came to my house. She goes, I just want to learn it all. Just make me your sous chef. And it was great. You're good friends when you can work in a kitchen together, in my opinion. So, Rally Creative says that CHS rocks, and it absolutely does. Ronnie Dove, hi, it's nice to see you. Listening in the back because you're working late. Well, I hope that you enjoy that. Hi, Terry Finley, it's nice to see you. And Ryan, good to see you too.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Terry.
I love that everyone's on here. Hello means to travel. Sawa said, I saw Biscoff cookies at the market the other day and thought of you too, but you didn't buy them? Understood. Somebody said that it was way up here, and I just caught it. Oh, Jeremy Sight said, had to order Duke's mayonnaise online, but we're making the pimento cheese recipe today. I'm so glad. You're going to love it. And Duke's really, truly is the best mayonnaise. I use it for everything. I mean, truly. We make this really cool. I'd like to make this little sauce that we do. I'm going to have to do that Jacques Pepin sauce sometime.
Yeah, Jacques. It was funny, our food stuff really started. We've never had cable here in our old house we lived in.
We haven't had cable ever.
Yeah.
It
came with the house. It came with the apartment there. But we used to watch PBS all the time, and so at night we put it on, and we had PBS Create, which is like the Home and Garden and the Travel Channel PBS version put together. And so we'd watch on there, and so it was like Jacques Pepin, America's Test Kitchen, but also we'd watch like Joseph Rosendo and stuff. So it was like, simple, fun, easy
and
things.
Lydia.
Yeah, Lydia Bastianich.
So Caleb fell in love with Jacques
I
Pepin.
haven't asked her.
For his 7th birthday, he actually asked for a Jacques Pepin cookbook. So he did. He got it, and it was like huge thing to him. Mark tweeted. Did you tweet or put it on Facebook or something?
I think it was on Facebook. Yeah, it was on Facebook.
And he wrote back.
And so a 7-year-old Caleb was like, "Oh my god!"
It was like the coolest thing ever.
Which now it's like, just Jonathan Allen from the Washington Redskins wrote back. We were talking.
Yeah.
So it's kind of expanded.
Caleb actually talks to quite a few Georgia football players. Like he follows them on Instagram and comments, and if they comment back, and they have, he's just elated.
Yes. Oh, Mache Tessier is in the house.
It's nice to see you. Ben Knuckles.
Nice to see Derek has finally come back from his latest mission to join Liz.
From his mission. Banako says, in the Mad Men days, weren't a lot of dishes served in Jell-O, or at least according to some magazine ads. Yes, and huge. Jell-O was a big thing.
And here's one of the things I'm hoping we'll be doing is doing some of those, like the chopped up hot dogs in Jell-O. Like we're gonna do some time travel food episodes. If
there's hot dogs, Mark's doing it because I don't eat hot dogs unless they're over a campfire or possibly at a baseball game. And I don't know, are we going to have baseball games?
I don't think you'll have people in the baseball games. But I think they're finally getting to real negotiations. I think you'll have probably a 60, 70 game season.
I think that we could have half people they seat like 40 bajillion people. If you just like had half the 40 bajillion.
Yeah. Well, no, you have to think about the social distancing, all that kind of stuff, families together.
That, right?
So, that's one of the things I've been listening to. They've talked about like these football stadiums hold 100,000. Maybe they can get 30 or 40 in there with the social distancing. So, hey, you're over 600 subscribers, babe. Congratulations.
Woo! Yay, thanks, guys.
Yeah, so please click the like button. And
I can use it.
She could use it.
I can really use that.
And stuff because it's kind of tough because since she's a new channel, it's very hard for people to find her. So knowing there's a lot of likes on her videos and stuff like that does make a difference in the subscribers. Oh, Sue's in the house.
Hello, Scorpio
and
Sue.
Sloan Mama.
Oh, hello, Sloan Mama. Where is that? I didn't see it. And
Hello,
Daniel
Sue.
is there.
Hey, Daniel. Yeah.
Hi, y'all. Alan, hello. I like the necklace. He says, "Thank you. I got this in Tanzania. We would have been in Tanzania this time last year, or we were in Tanzania last time this year, and I have bracelets, earrings, and a necklace, all from Tanzania. I just felt sort of inspired by them today, and these were made by Maasai women. And you know what? That's something I've been trying to get my hands on is an East Africa cookbook. Not easy. I found one, and apparently it's out of print, and it was $2,000 on eBay.
Yeah.
I was like,
the food was fantastic, but I had $2,000.
I'm not paying $2,000. I'll go back there.
Yeah, we go back. Yeah,
I'll copy the stuff down.
We go back. I'll go back to Rwanda, Tanzania, no problem.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Tanzania had great food, but Rwandan food.
Oh, that was like next level, vegetarian, fantastic.
It was so good, and I'm not. We're kind of not meat and potatoes people, but we almost rarely.
I used to be meat and potatoes. We never have potatoes now.
No, we're like meat and vegetables.
Except my dad's visiting.
We don't do we don't do a ton of vegetarian nights. I would love it if we got down to like 3 meat nights, 3 meat meals a week
for help for just blood pressure and healthiness.
Just everything.
Well, and the thing is, I think people like in Rwanda, people are vegetarian not because of religion or stuff like that. It's more of an economic thing because. The cow can give you the dung, which you can sell for fertilizer. It gives you milk. It gives you blood and stuff. So they actually use it for a lot of things. So they're like, I'm not going to eat it because it's not economically a good idea to eat it. So you have that. So the food, man, there are some honestly, because when you go, the place we'd go eat, they're like, oh, you have like 2 meat options and like 1 or 2 veggie options. Every time we went for the vegetarian option because it's so good.
Hi, Nick. I'm sorry you can't chat tonight, but I'm glad you stopped by just to say hello. I appreciate it. Mache says, I don't do hot dogs either. Hot dogs in quotes. I will, however, eat Portillo's, bratwurst, and Polish dogs. I'm kind of with you. I do like Chicago dogs. But again, I only eat those at Wrigley. So there's that.
FYI for Liz and the fashion police, yes, this shirt is that shirt.
Oh, yeah. Mark has like 5 shirts. And he doesn't. He has a lot more. He just only likes 5 shirts. Right?
Okay. Oh yeah. So I've got there's the black short sleeve collared shirt. I'll film that sometimes. I've got this, and then of course there's the Andiamo shirt.
Hi, Nick.
And then the black. What is it? I mean, occasionally you'll see the blue or the other ones, but let's be honest, there's only 4 things I filmed.
Thomas says you might try Foyle's in London. I'm assuming that's a restaurant. I'm not really sure. If you can clarify that, that would be great. But I used to watch, when I was on bed rest, Kathy sent me, his mom sent me a whole season of Foyle's War, which is like, one of my British detective things, whatever. And I absolutely loved that. I watched that whole thing in a couple of days.
Hey, Elwood, hope you're doing well. It helps to read to know which channel. Yeah, I try to put it out there, and then when I didn't get the scheduling thing right, that's why, because Mark Finley was like, man, there's all these people already here. Like, oh, it was supposed to be at 8 o'clock. I'm like, dang it.
Okay, so Terry says, hey, Jocelyn, any sneak previews of what your next video will be? What's coming out
Why,
now?
yes.
Jack and Ginger? No. What is it? I don't know which one's being released yet. I filmed a ton. Shut up, Mark. Just answer.
Drinking video. You got a video with Donna.
Oh, the drinking video. That's right. So my friend Donna and I did.
Jocelyn has 3 videos that, I have to finish editing one, and she has to go over the other 2. But with her friend Donna, they have 3 coming out through this weekend.
Yeah. Okay. So we have hummus is coming. Yeah.
Hummus. You have to go over that one.
I have to go over the hummus one before we let it out. And then we each did a drink. She made a quarantini that she just made up. And then I made my summertime adult lemonade that's kind of low-ish sugar. So we have those coming. And that'll be really great. Sharon says, I have a closet full of shirts but seem to wear the same ones over and over. So you know what you do with those ones you don't wear? One of my girlfriends taught me this. She puts all of her shirts on backward, like when you hang them up, instead of going on like this, she hangs them backward. And then anything that after 6 months hasn't been, and then she puts them back. When she hangs them back up, they go on the other way. When she, at the end of 6 months, if she hasn't worn any of them, if she hasn't turned them around, she immediately donates them. She's also like got the cleanest house I've ever seen. So, Jen, down the street, yeah, really. She's really good about that. I, however, am not. I'm like, but I have memories with this shirt, and I love this shirt. And was it Laura Musings at Midlife had posted something on the Wolters World Superheroes page, and she had said that she had these shoes she couldn't get rid of because they were, she took them on 2 trips to Italy, and I was like, it's okay, you can keep them. Hang on, there was something.
So Banakas was there a chat last Wednesday? Now on Simply Jocelyn? I know, I can't remember. We've had so many, my brain is melting. Because sometimes I like to just do, like today's like a bonus extra one, why not? And I think one of the things that we'll end up doing is we'll have, on Wolters Road we'll have live feeds, and we'll have live feeds on here too, just to like mix it up a bit. And so, because this is, I think having them on Simply Jocelyn is just a smaller group, it's more like kind
of like when we have a members chat where it's just fewer people and less trolls. So Mark Finley doesn't have to do a lot of policing, and we don't have to like worry about, like, I know that you guys here, we know you, so I can just read your question without having to read it, edit in my head, and say it out loud. I know there's a gnat in here. It's driving all of us crazy. So anyway, that does make it a little bit easier. Elwood had to cancel their Austria trip for August, but they have booked an intensive Greece cruise for June 2021.
Nice,
That's
Elwood.
awesome. You're going to have so much fun. And, we have tons of information, and you can always write us, and you're on the superheroes group, right? So just, you get the extra from that. All right.
So, and Elwood, don't feel bad. So I got a call, like when Germany announced they weren't going to allow Americans in or non-Europeans in until September at the earliest. So I had Germany and France for an August trip. So I had to make that call and do all those cancellations this weekend. It was like, ugh. And then it was like, it's like, oh, I got to cancel this one. Then I was like, well, at least I can go out to New York and Rhode Island. I got a conference I can go to. That conference got canceled. And I was really excited for that because I was going to compete for getting a teaching award. And so that's got pushed back for a year. So yeah, it was my Delta app, which I was so excited, in January, in February, when I was like, oh, look at all the cool trips we have this year. And just like, cancel.
So, Nick Barnitz is touring. He's done for the day, so he can hang out with us. That's very cool. Let us know how your touring is going. So Jessica wants to know where we will first be traveling to when we're able. Savannah. That's but that's easy because we can rent a place and we know it, so we know how to socially distance more easily there than maybe some other places.
Hey,
so
Sharon,
we're gonna do
some
that.
Sharon for a while. Good to see you, Sharon.
Yeah, nice to see you.
So I think
Donna Gamble, what? Moi?
yes, Donna, you will be online.
You will be this weekend.
So I think it's important. So Nick Barnett, since we're on the Simply Jocelyn channel, I have seafood on my mind tonight. How about a seafood dish? What interesting seafood food do you want to make?
So I really want to do bouillabaisse on the Simply Jocelyn channel, because bouillabaisse, when I say that word, people go, oh, fancy, hard to make. It's really
you do a really good job with it too.
It's a fisherman's stew. It's a very, very simple thing. The only difficult part is that, a lot of seafood's pricey, especially when you live in the Midwest, and I can't get awesome seafood. We might make that when we're in Savannah. Do that in a low country boil. And saffron is never cheap. And yes, low country boils are something that we rely on in our family. They're always great for, parties and things like that. And it's shrimp and potatoes and sausage and corn, and it's all cooked up. And you literally throw it on a table that is covered in newspaper. And that is the proper way.
And we've had that for multiple kids' birthdays and stuff. And
yeah,
I have a video of a crawfish boil that we did a couple of years ago. Maybe I should put that together for 4th of July or something fun. So where'd he go?
I don't know.
Jim Patterson was asking, when you were at space camp with Liam, did you try any Alabama Hickory Pit barbecue? I didn't do Alabama Hickory Pit because when you're there, you stay out and you do all the stuff there and all the food's there for you. So Liam and I have to look and see which barbecue place we went to.
He did bring me home some Alabama white sauce, though.
Yes, I did.
Which is an important thing to have stocked in your pantry, in my opinion. Alabama white sauce is...
It's like a
watered down mayonnaise-ish. It's like... It looks like ranch dressing and tastes 1,000 times better than ranch dressing, although I did put it on my salad today.
Yeah, no, it's legit. I for pulled pork, I really enjoyed it, like as a sauce on top of a pulled pork sandwich.
You know what I put it on today?
No, I don't. Let me know.
I had quinoa left over from the other night, and I tore up a bunch of spinach leaves, and I threw in some like canned chicken breast. Y'all, I'm addicted to canned chicken breast because I can just get a good, clean protein source, get decent kind, and it's awesome. And I just poured a little of that on, and it was a great salad. I absolutely loved it. So the Habit Master has his foot massager on, enjoying the show. I think that's hilarious.
In Huntsville, I went to Lowe's because Liam and I only had like one day to go into the city at the end. So we filmed our Donuts at Alabama video, which will come out this summer, later in the summer, early fall for like the Alabama football season. So we had that, but I wanted to get to, there's like, everybody had great place for us to go, but since we were kind of like stuck out by the space camp, we couldn't go do anything because space camp has you like from 7 till 9.
They're booked.
You're booked through.
Hi,
so
Eric.
Like 3 days stuff.
I'm glad to see you on here. Hello, Tom. Let's see. Oh, Thomas went to Old Orchard in Savoy. Old Orchard is, oh wait, I'm thinking of Curtis Orchard. So what's Old Orchard? I'm thinking of Curtis Orchard. Curtis Orchard is this great apple orchard place locally, and they have Slurpees that are apple flavored, which sounds really gross, but it's actually really tasty. And they have like donuts that are apple flavored and all sorts of crazy stuff. It's great though. All right. Wait, is April on here? Did I miss her? And Daniel Womack, happy birthday. I'd sing for you, but I sing like a cow in heat, so that would hurt your ears, and no one would ever watch any of our shows again, so I won't be doing that. All right, let's see. Oh, Elwood's wife is going to Savannah for the weekend for a wedding. Awesome. Yeah, I can't tell you how many weddings I was at or in Savannah, and it's amazing. Def Leppard Rules Rock. Hello. Do you think it'll be safe to visit the Caribbean this year since they're reopening to the U.S. soon? Willing to take a test beforehand. But is there a travel ban from there to the U.S.? I don't know. Mark, do you know if there's a travel ban coming from Caribbean islands into the U.S.? Like if you claim Def Leppard Rules Rock. Now I'm having trouble with it. Is possibly going to the Caribbean because they're opening up to us now.
You can always come back. You can always go back to your country.
But do you have to self-quarantine when you come home?
I think right now that's your choice.
I think it's like self-imposed self-quarantining. But you know what? There are a lot of places in the Caribbean where you can kind of social distance anyway. I mean, quite frankly, like when we were in Turks, because we didn't have the kids, it was just the two of us. We rented an apartment. We walked to the beach. We ate outside everywhere. Like we were outside all of the time, or we were in our apartment. The only thing that I would have changed now that there's COVID is I probably would have wiped things down in our apartment. So I don't see why not. And you know, you're going in the future. God only knows what the rules are going to be. So, all right. So,
honestly, I think one of our few chances to go abroad this year for the rest of 2020 might be Caribbean.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm hoping that we can get back to Europe simply because there are people I miss. And we have so many friends there, and it's hard. And, you know, I'd like to go see Caesar because he was unwell last time we saw him. Yeah. So I just want to check on him. That's the thing, you know, you just want to go and check that your friends are okay and things. So.
Oh, Daniel's got a birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
Yeah. All right. So.
See where Tom got hungry just by listening to you talk about food?
Apparently April's on here. Please tell April you want to hear her big news. She's in the room. April,
we'd like to hear your big news.
Tell me about your big news.
And let's go down to the bottom.
What did you do? I know. Let's zip down.
This is Jocelyn.
Come and tell us.
Horrible.
Sister. Hey, Christian. Nice to see you, dear.
Wait, I saw April somewhere.
Lorelai,
thank you. I had a job interview this Saturday. Hush now. I just found out that I got the job today. All right. Yay! It's at a cute little bakery for dogs called 3 Dogs Bakery. I'll still be at the pie shop, though. Cool.
Awesome.
You know it would be cool. Because Jocelyn's baking skills
suck.
I think baking should always be done with a colleague and friend. I think if we get down to Texas, maybe April could bake a couple things for Jocelyn.
Because I'm really a pitiful baker. I mean, I try. There are certain... I do okay with box cakes.
Yeah, you try.
Bite me, Mark. I do okay with box cakes.
I believe the technical term is...
Shut up, Mark.
Thank you.
But bite me was... You made me mad just there.
You made fun of my hot dog, so come on.
That's because they suck. Oh my gosh, April gets to take Piglet to work with her. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I would love to take Brigadier.
See, Brig's barking. She's like, oh.
Brig does work.
Thank you for subbing, Lorelai. That's very nice of you. And thank you, everybody that's come over from Wolters World to help support Jocelyn's channel. I think so for those of you just coming on, because we had a bunch just pop on. So Jocelyn's channel, she might have food, like, yes, there'll be a lot of food, a lot of cooking stuff, which is going to be inspired by our travels and things and stuff like that. But also, we're going to be talking about, I think, like a lot of the packing stuff's going to be here, but also our international food videos. So I still have videos that I filmed on food, because I just put out Nicaragua food today. I'm editing the Foods of Canada video for either, I'll either do this weekend or for July 1st, which is Canada Day. And after I get through the food videos I film, when we start traveling now, the food videos are all going to start showing up on Jocelyn's channel, so she'll be doing the food videos, because our food videos, like our travel videos still do fine, but the food videos never get watched. And I think it's because our channel is more travel stuff on Wolters World. So I think it'd be better, more people learn about food if it's on here. So you'll see some more of those things here.
Yeah, I want to focus more on like just everyday life stuff, but with like a lot of it'll be, like I said, globally inspired, because most of what I don't realize it, I guess, because it's just our life. But there's a lot of it is different than what other people do in their daily lives because of our travels, and they've influenced so much. So there's that.
So Nick Barnett, when he's only been through Alabama once, stopped in Montgomery and some to see those civil rights history along the way. Yeah, there are so many sites. I mean, for those of you who know, the Civil Rights Trail has over 100 sites in 15 states. So we're hoping to get to see some of those on our travels this summer, but everything's still closed because I really want to get to the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center in Cincinnati, but it's closed.
That's kind of been on.
I want to get the kids down to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. It's closed. Then we're going to be, when we go down to Savannah, we're going to do Gufusky Island, see where the Gullah are, and see that. And
there are a couple Gullah things that we can see, and I wanted to take my family to Gufusky for long. It was very impactful for me when I was in school.
And we're going to hopefully do that so we can actually help raise money as well. So
kind of just. I made a post not too long ago on Instagram, and I said Black Lives Matter, but so does Black history. And Black history is something that doesn't necessarily get taught deeply in our schools. And so I want to just kind of bring that out. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of so many of those things. So anyway, we're gonna see what happens. Apparently, it is Eric B's birthday too.
Oh, hey, Eric B.
Happy birthday, Eric! I'm happy. I'm happy you were born.
That's right. That? I'm glad you could be here because I know you missed a couple of the last couple feeds. Busy B. I guess that's why it's Eric B. Oh, Busy B, Eric B. All right,
maybe his last name starts with a B.
Maybe, but I don't.
The butthead.
The last name is.
April said she'd cook with me. Thank you. I think we missed a few things because I actually missed that. I just saw that somebody else
because we scrolled down to see what the news was.
And it's Lori's birthday.
My goodness, we need to make a note.
All these
June's what happened 9 months ago?
I don't know. My birthday's in June too. I don't like to think about what my parents were doing 9 months before I was born. Habit Master, we did a crab boil for Thanksgiving 3 years ago in Florida. It was awesome. One of my other girlfriends down in Savannah, she and I were pregnant together at the same time, and her in-laws had a dock onto one of the intercoastal waterways.
We had New Year's with the oysters.
We did an oyster roast with Jamie at her mama's place. But Jackie and I, when we were pregnant, we were both like these skinny little things. I was like this big around with this giant belly, and so was she. And all we did was go to her in-laws' house every evening, all weekends, and we crabbed. We would just throw out crab, traps and pull them up all day long. And my OB went to do the sonogram. She's like, "Your belly looks like a brown muffin top." She's like, "It's so dark." And I was like, "Is that bad?" She's like, "You might cook the baby." And I was like, "I'm not. I'm in the water a lot." But we used to do a lot of crab boils too, just simply because we had ridiculous amounts. So
yes, animal lover, this really is live from our living room. Ta-da!
It's such an exciting place to be.
That's right. So Fierce Mice says, if I get back down to Huntsville, or we get back down to Huntsville, I'll give you some good food ideas. Thank you.
I love that.
I liked Huntsville. I thought Huntsville was nice. I had a good time when I was down there. And that's why I did the don'ts video there, because I was like, people diss Alabama so much, but it's got some really nice things.
Alabama is actually a cool state, and I'm going to say this. Y'all don't listen. Don't repeat this, okay? Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where University of Alabama is.
Roll Tide.
What I want to say right now, I can't say to you because it has 4-letter words.
I was thinking of our neighbor whose son-in-law went to Alabama.
Captain of the football team.
Yeah, captain of the football team, and her kids go there. I'm showing support for our neighbor.
Okay, because I do love her, although we do swap flags back and forth. Like I steal her
flag. Steal. It's not swap,
and I replace it with my Georgia flag. But anyway, I'm going to say this. the University of Alabama has one of the most beautiful college campuses in America.
Oh yeah, I mean we were there.
So beautiful.
We were
Love it.
When I first started at Illinois, it was just a visiting position, so we had to look for other jobs because it was only supposed to be for a couple of years, and it's turned into 9 so far. But we did an SEC tour, and so we eventually had a bunch of the campuses. And honestly, man, that campus it's gorgeous. I mean, you're like, wow. It's like it looks like it's a movie set. It's gorgeous. It's just really and there's fantastic barbecue just like back to the campus over the river. There's is it Dreamland? No, is it Dreamland? I don't know what's called.
I don't remember.
But man, there's some awesome barbecue there. Anyway, bowling alley with restaurants. Hey, I have a question about bowling alley with restaurants.
Okay, but Thomas said I went to Old Orchard, and all I could think of was
Curtis Orchard.
But Old Orchard, the bowling alley.
Old Orchard's got good pizza and good tenderloins, and this is a Midwest thing. So Jocelyn's got on her list of videos is a what to eat in the Midwest, and we're gonna get one of the big old honking tenderloins like this big.
It's like bigger than an average dinner plate, and then they, for some reason, put a hamburger bun on top and bottom.
Think of a McDonald's hamburger bun, but the thing's this big. It's hilarious.
It's just in the
but
middle.
The bun
It looks like a giant boob.
A giant boob?
It's like,
oh, right. Okay.
All right.
Wow. I'm glad this isn't my channel. Jeez.
Welcome to Simply Jocelyn. Simply Crazy. That's what we should have called it.
So Elwood says we get to Lynchburg, we need to try Barrel House Barbecue. Okay.
I was in Lynchburg. My sister and I drove through there, and Caleb was with us. Why were the 3 of us together? Anyway, whatever.
Yeah, you have pictures of it too. I think you guys are driving back down.
We went to the Jack. We took a detour, went to Jack Daniel's distillery. I think we were coming home or going to Savannah or something, and all together, and tastes good in the air. That's all I have to say about that.
So
and Giselle sings like someone stepped on a cat. That's See, we're soul sisters right there.
It's like we sing at church. I'm like, Caleb and I look at each other. It's all about the heart, and you sing from the heart. It's important. It's wonderful. You're great.
That's
look,
right.
Hey, look, Joe Gallagher said hi.
Hi, Joe. He's just trying to distract me from the fact that.
Hey, Alan. Good to see you, buddy. Tom.
And you know what? God
Christian, Lorelai, sub.
Loves voices raised in song.
Love you, Mary Ellen.
Oh,
Mary Ellen says her office isn't open until September at the earliest. Yeah. So I'll find out. Well, we were supposed to find out like Monday on my university what we're doing, and it's been pushed back till tomorrow, Friday, or whatever. So I'm going to imagine I'll be doing a lot more online teaching. So yesterday, Brig is like running over Jocelyn. Sorry.
Legs.
Okay, so we have these red chairs that we push up. Like honestly, there's this much space. He's like a cat. It
is literally, he is shoulder to shoulder between the table and our chair, and he didn't care that.
Sorry, we all talk that way to our dogs, don't we?
Because he just wants daddy.
That's right, because
daddy is the greatest thing ever.
You didn't even. My mouth is open.
Becca is going to make some tiramisu this weekend. Yay!
Brig should buy me a drink for what he just did.
Oh, Peter's dog is also named Piglet. That's funny.
I forgot what kind of breed is Piglet? I can't remember.
Small.
I know. So
I don't know.
So we believe in husky big doggies. Sorry.
Hang on.
It's hard, Brig. We can't scroll when you're in the way, buddy. Oh, look at that! You backed up like a good boy.
Samantha gets a lot of their dog. Samantha says she gets a lot of dog treats from 3 Dog Bakery too, so that's really cool. All right, we are way down here. Animal Lover, how can you guys afford to travel so much? So Mark has a real job. We don't live on YouTube.
No.
By any means.
No. And that's one thing I think a lot of YouTubers are hurting right now. Because I mean, we don't do sponsorships. That's where the real money is in YouTube, is sponsorship stuff. Mm-hmm. But since we always do the honest travel things, we never had any sponsors. People don't want to sponsor us. Now, Simply Jocelyn's a little different. No, you're honest. No, we're honest here too. But if Duke's Mayonnaise wants to pop up,
oh heck yeah! If Duke's want to sponsor, whatever, I will.
I'll dress up like Duke's for her. So.
You should do that.
Anyway, for you can pimento cheese and Dukes. There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be our Halloween thing. I'll be a knife and you can be the Dukes.
What are you saying? I'm full of fatty goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut things to the heart. Anyway, no, but animal lovers. So since I teach, I have the usual holidays off, so we go a lot of times for that. And we always make sure that's the thing is like we realize that people can't afford doing crazy travel trips like normal people. So you don't see us doing like fancy stuff. It's like, look, this is normal stuff, normal people. So really focus on that. So we make actually conscious decisions of like where we travel. Like I haven't made Switzerland videos in 8 years because it's just too expensive. And the kids haven't been to Norway or Denmark because it's too expensive. So we find stuff to make it work.
We massively prioritize what we spend money on.
Yeah.
Like this dress. It was either $15 or $22. I got it at Target yesterday. I fell in love with it.
And those,
you can. I don't know. I'm careful about how we spend our money.
Yeah, and people laugh at me because like, oh, Mark, it's that you have like Jocelyn's like you have 4 shirts you like. I'm like, look, we got kids.
A lot of t-shirts.
Yeah, a lot of t-shirts. But my thing is like, look, I got kids. I got to spend my clothes money on. So if I can still wear it, I'm gonna wear it until it falls apart. I.e. my undies.
This is my channel, dude. We don't talk about
underwear. Okay, moving on.
No underwear. Stop.
So
hey,
Piglet's
gals.
a Borgie.
What? The gals are on.
Hi, gals.
And they're down in Charleston.
No, they're not in Charleston. They're at the Outer Banks. I hope the weather's gotten better.
Yeah, that's right. They're in OBX.
We were watching them like 2 days ago. And...
Borgie.
Borgie. Is Borgie
Piglet's a Borgie. A border collie and... Corgi.
A corgi. Oh, I see. It says right there.
Liam wanted a corgi for like years. Like from the time he was 3 to.
Well, because Brig was so big, he was scared of Brig.
He's like, I want a corgi.
Oh, take my widow, please, tell me. But Brig's the tiniest widow puppy.
Paul says he only came to see the dog. Nice haircut, Jocelyn. Thank you. I'm so glad to get my haircut.
Paul, shouldn't you be in bed, Betty?
Rebecca says, hell yeah, Dukes. I'm. Sister. I mean, Dukes is it. That's all there is to me. Mark put up a little outtake of one of my videos, the part of the pimento cheese video, and called it the Jocelyn's love letter to Dukes.
And I think, and that's one thing I thought about putting that in because because Jocelyn's channel is only like 3 or 4 weeks old now, but like once we get about 10, 15 videos up, I'm going to do a video introducing it on YouTube or on our Wolters World channel. I know we talk about it here on our live feeds and some other stuff, but people don't see it that way. So then we have it on there. So I thought about putting one of those like for like the split like funny comments kind of stuff, and then like some of the food things and so. Yes, Fierce Mice. No shame in being frugal, especially these days. I mean, that's one of the things is like we're all worried about money. It's getting tough. It's been tough, and it's going to get tougher, especially if there's more shutdowns coming up and things. So
yeah,
I know for us that's why it's like it sucks that our travels have all been canceled, but then on the other side, I'm like, but financially speaking,
like Jack Daniels might become Evan Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not giving up my whiskey or my bourbon, whatever, but anyway. All right. So
night, Paul.
Up here.
Sweet
Good night,
dreams,
Paul.
buddy.
Thanks for stopping in. All right. Nick says, to travel to Indiana sometimes to visit some family I have there, so I'm not totally ignorant of the Midwest, but no regionally specific foods that I can remember. So Chicago's got a lot. There's some of the best things in the Midwest are steak, corn. We've got because we grow it, right?
Fantastic.
And it is. I have to say that
pork tenderloin, but not like the big one, like fried pork tenderloin sandwich. You gotta have that.
We've got quite a few things, but it's really like, in my mind, farm food, but that doesn't mean that it isn't excellent. I think farm food sort of has a bad connotation, right? As being like unhealthy.
Well, most people think of farm food now, they think farm to table, but you have to realize it's like the meat and potatoes kind of stuff because it's not vegan. Sorry, my kids please walk around like a fool.
Just acting goofball. I love you, and that was funny.
He was walking around.
I feel like there's
I gotta say hi to Joseph.
Yes, I wanted you to see
Myrana. Hey, Mark, former student. Loved your class and loved the videos. Keep it up. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Good. It's always nice to hear some things. Oh, I got really good news this week on Monday when I found out that I couldn't compete for this professor award. I actually will be imposing quants, which is kind of like U.S. News and World Report for business schools. I will be named as one of the top 50 undergraduate business professors in the world. So that was really kind of cool to hear.
My husband rocks. Oh, bring it here. Oh my gosh.
So that was cool. So Joseph,
Amazing
it's
stuff.
good to students like you that I win those awards. So I say thank you for being a great student and being in my class because y'all inspire me. I hope it came through in the classroom because it's just awesome having students. And I really miss my students. I really miss that. I mean, I know I've been doing a lot of online classes and stuff, but it's just there's something about having students there. Even if it's a huge class with lots of students, it's still a wonderful experience to have them there. So I miss that.
Nick D says, Indianapolis is a black hole of culture and you'll find nothing original there. I have to say that there's some interesting, like there's a Peruvian restaurant that's supposed to be amazing. We haven't gotten there.
Great, climb. There's a Native American museum there that
Native
is
American
phenomenal.
Museum's
What's it? It's like the T-Borg? No. I have to look up the name of it. I've been going there since I was a kid. It's really top notch. It's really well done. One of the best Native American museums in the U.S.
Their interpreters are really good too. I mean, it's a great thing. So you might have to dig a little, but it's good. And some of my family.
The plug's over here, Liam.
Like distant. God, I thought the dog was vomiting. He was literally choking up a hairball or something. What are you doing?
Choke up terrible.
No, he's not a cat. Anyway, some of my distant family have candy. I have a candy store over there too in Indy.
Oh, that's right. It's called the Idleljorg Museum, or Idleljorg if you want to not give the J the Y sound. But it is, I mean, I've been there many times, and it is a phenomenal museum. It says, welcome you back to the museum. June the June 27th it opens up for to the general public. So hold on, this if I can get it to show up. Idleljorg Museum, honestly, a fantastic Native American museum. I mean, it's phenomenal. If you're in Indianapolis, go see it. It's worth it. I've gone multiple times, and it's one of those museums. You know how you have museums that even when you're a kid, it impresses you. Like that's how, I mean, it impressed me when I think I went there when I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, the first time. And I was like, this is really cool, you know? And today, a few years later, it is still a phenomenal museum.
Hello, Frost Element. Red wine runs in my blood. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Animal Lover. Thanks for your smiles. Thanks, Ella.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hillary.
One of Mary Ellen's high school friends used to teach at Illinois. Isn't that cool?
That's cool.
Oh, Indiana.
Sugar cream pies, huh?
Yeah. Galvan Gals points out that Indiana has sugar cream pies, which is a big thing over there.
See, we should come over and do like a 5 eats of it. What's funny is I've never done any videos on Indy, though we're really close to it.
Yeah, we should do that.
You know, because Indianapolis, it's like Indianapolis, Minneapolis. They're I guess the Appleton is metro. They actually are really great cities to visit with a lot of stuff to do. Nice people.
They're pretty clean too.
Yeah, clean. It's really nice.
Animal Lover says, "What shoes should I wear to Italy and Greece next year in the fall?" So, I don't know, Animal Lover, if you're a man or a woman, and that may change some of the answer. But my preference is something with a harder outer sole, but that's not slippery. Like I have some booties that I bought from Piccolinos, and they're not particularly inexpensive, but they last you forever. And the leather's really good, and it just kind of molds to your foot, so it's really comfortable. Giselle says she's only seeing a black screen. If anyone else is seeing that, please let us know. And then I like to have an insole that has a little bit of cushion. So I don't want like big, thick tennis shoes that are rubbery. Like that, I'm going to twist my ankle. And anything with a really thick sole, I find that it's worse on my ankles. But everybody's got their own foot thing, So I have a video. It's called What Shoes to Wear to Europe. And it goes through my 5 rules for shoes so that you can kind of, decide for yourself by following those rules, and make that decision on your own. Wear your bulkiest shoes on the plane if you are able, and only take one other pair. So basically I'm saying you need to like plan your stuff well.
So some other Midwest great fun things. Sharon points out Wisconsin cheese curds. Yes, and thank you for spreading the wonders of cheese curds around America, Wisconsin. Thank you for that. Minnesota does a very nice job too. Don't want to piss off Michael Mon and my Minnesota people, but Wisconsin does do some dang good cheese curds. Also, Rebecca Point is may or may not have researched finding boiled peanuts in Charleston.
Sister, here, let me tell you this. When we go down to Savannah, one of the very first things that we get is boiled peanuts. Hot boiled peanuts from Davis Produce on the way to Tybee. Like, and partially because I have a lot of friends.
Will they be open when we drive? No, it'll be there too late for them. It'll be closed by then.
It'll be too late. But I'm going to tell you
Unless
something.
we leave at like 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning. And then I drive like 6 hours straight till 8 a.m. And then you wake up and then you take
We'll
it
talk about that later. If for those of us who are not in the South, you can't get boiled peanuts everywhere else because they're green peanuts, and they don't ship well. Like they really don't ship well.
No,
so
it's not like because you can get like I think you can get Portillo shipped and there's like barbecue places in Texas.
It's not even like you can ship ice cream, but if you ship boiled peanuts, you can't freeze them, you can't make them cold. So here I have found something that sort of works. If you get canned boiled peanuts, and you can find them occasionally.
Sam's Club has them here. We bought them.
Yeah, I bought them at Sam's. I bought them at Meijer. I bought like the big like gallon or more. What I do with those is I put them into my slow cooker, and I put some hot sauce in there and some salt and maybe some other spices and things. So
Rebecca was pointing out she got a Picolinos. Can't wait to get them.
Awesome.
Order them.
You're gonna love them. I absolutely think they're the greatest. Nick Barnitz, who is also part Greek, says in Greece, I don't recommend wearing open-toed shoes if you're in Athens or Thessaloniki, even if it's summertime and hot. I would kind of agree with that because
you want some sturdy, and you want some sturdy ankle support ish because the cobblestones.
The cobblestones, but the biggest thing for me specifically in those two cities is that like everything's marble. That you're not everything, but a lot of things you're going to be wearing or walking on is marble. It's really slippery, so you need to kind of be careful with that. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, those Picolinos booties, Rebecca, you're gonna be so happy with those. My mother-in-law was seconding it. She was with me. Actually, Kathy, the first Piccolino booties I bought in Paris, did you give me those as a Christmas gift or something maybe?
I miss Paris.
Kathy and I shopped together, and like she was in town this week, and we went to this one little boutique that she loves here in town. In our masks and all that, we were the only 2 customers in the store, which made me want to be there even more in a way because I know that these small businesses are suffering. So we went in, and she goes, "Ooh, your birthday's coming up. What do you want?" I was like, "Ooh, this blue blouse. Can I have this?" She's like, "Of course you can." So that's how we do gifts and things because she and I just love to shop together. We have a really good time. So anyway, yeah, I generally wear closed-toed shoes for everywhere. Liz says this too. Just pretty much everywhere I go, I wear closed-toed shoes. For me, it's, I don't know, you stub your toes, things are dirty, it's just, but like when I'm in Savannah, I pretty much live in flip-flops. I pretty much only do that. Rebecca says I only visit family in South Carolina to get boiled peanuts. Don't let your family hear that. That's hilarious.
You know, I'm sure there's people that use their family for a reason. It's kind of like I look back. I lived abroad a lot of different places, and so many people came to visit me when I lived in Berlin and when I lived in Lisbon. People were there like every month. But when I lived in Lithuania, my mom visited me, and my dad visited me, and my buddy Magnus and my buddy Dave, and I was there for 5 years? No. 4 years. I was in Lithuania for a long time. 3.5 years in Lithuania.
Yeah, 4 years.
I had as many visitors in 3.5 years in Lithuania as I had in like 6 months in Berlin or Lisbon. So,
You know
Well,
what though? I'm going to say this. Everyone should go visit Lithuania because it was culinarily one of the biggest surprises I've ever had. I was shocked at how much I like the food there. And I'm not picky, but I'll eat anything pretty much. I'm not a huge fan of organ meat, but I pretty much eat anything. But I was surprised at how flavorful and tasty things were there. So, good place to visit. And also, I mean, it was beautiful. It's really lovely.
No, it's a gorgeous place, lots of nature. Yeah, a few castles to see, some nice stuff. I mean, I would love to go back. Like, I would like us, because I think after this year, I mean, usually we try to go see a lot of new places and different stuff. I think next year, though, because we're going to have a wedding to go back to in Italy, they got pushed back from this year. Hopefully, we'll be able to go next year. I think next summer will be a visit friends. I think we'll be.
Can we just, while we're in Europe, because it's cheaper to get to Africa, can we just maybe hop down to Ethiopia? Because Ethiopian food is another thing that I absolutely adore.
If you're ever in DC, eat Ethiopian food. Some of the best
Ask
Ethiopian.
Rob at Trip Hacks DC which places to go to. He actually might have that on his website.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah,
because that's where he got it.
Yes, gals, you will definitely check out Davis Produce next week when you are in Savannah. Also, I know I gave you a list of places, but one I really want you to go to because nobody else will be there. No tourists go there. Is Despacito's. It's under the Thunderbolt Bridge.
It's
yeah. Somebody said Cole Haan. I just saw that go by. Cole Haans are another pair of shoes that I really like. Good shoes. The other thing, what are good Lord, what are my penny loafers called from Bass?
Bass penny loafers?
No, they have a name. You know what I'm talking about. Liz, Kathy, one of you guys will tell me what it is. I know you will. I don't know why it's flown out of my head because I have like 4 pair.
The gals are driving, so you girls be safe.
Hey,
drive safe. I guess you're down.
There's 2 of them, so.
So Trace, be safe.
Well, I mean, one can chat if they're able. Oh, they're saying see you all later. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Hugs. See you later, girls. Drive safe. Okay, so. Oh, why can't I think of the name of my shoes?
Vegans.
Yes, Weegens.
Kathy Wolters with the win.
Thanks, Kat.
Boy, it sure is nice to be married to someone who has such an amazing mother who can help you with things like this.
Yeah, I know your mother's great. Shut up, Mark. Weegens. So they're great because they have that hard sole that I was talking about. But if you look on the back of the heel, it's got like a little rubbery bit, so you're not sliding. And they've got a really good footbed on the inside. I like leather because leather forms to your foot. Anyway, so that's it. Yes, absolutely. Get some Weegens. Those are another great pair.
Oh, hey, Darian.
Hey, Darian.
So, Darian, did you just see the post about it on Facebook? Because we're trying to get people to come on to bring in other people. It's hard to get people to find. Like, there's another Mark on here who's been writing me, we want to be on the live feed. We want to see on the live feed. And like, we're going to be on Simply Jocelyn, but I didn't hear back from him, and he hasn't been on. So, because he got the Shut Up Mark shirt. Yeah, and then there was like a cool Mark.
He's funny because he'll like comment on stuff, and it's really funny, snarky things. Yeah, it's good.
I'm going to see if I can find, I want to send a message.
All right. So Megan says, Cole Haans are super comfortable. I loved when they did a collab with Maria Sharapova a few years back. Ooh, I missed that. That's too bad. I bet I could find them somewhere. Yeah. Carmen says, I have bad feet. I miss my cute shoes days. I travel in my Merrell hiking boots. They provide sport. I love my Merrell hiking boots.
Don't get their running shoes, though. My feet got messed up. Like, their hiking boots.
Well in their shoes.
I did not do well in their shoes. No, their hiking boots, though, yes. But their other stuff, if you got husky man disease, i.e. you're husky, they did not give enough support.
Yeah, Mark didn't do well, but he did. The hiking boots are great. Absolutely love them. Sometimes I go shoe shopping with my mother-in-law, and she'll try on 400 pairs of shoes. Because she is also very particular about support and things like that. We're both particular, but maybe in different aspects because our feet have different needs, right? And everyone has their own thing. So I'm glad that you found something that works really well for you. And But just because it works well for you, don't feel that you have to be married to it forever either, because you can find some other things every now and then. If you just try and see how they are, try them on, walk around the store and see if it works at all. And it may not, but I don't know. Shoes are one of my favorite things. I love shoes.
That could be a whole channel. You can have a whole thing on your shoes. You can do a shoe video and put it on Simply Jocelyn.
Well, before I had kids, I just spent money on shoes. All the time. Yeah.
So I know, because there's a whole box in the house, a couple boxes in the house. Hey, no, Rebecca Point. So Rebecca Point, if you want to get the Shut Up Mark T-shirt, you go to a Wolters World video, and underneath, if you watch it on desktop, there'll be like a Teespring that'll go by, and you can click on it. So there's a men's and women's cut. So in multiple colors, you can do that. So you can pick one of those up. Matthew, is it Bushmeyer?
Matt!
So Matt is letting us know that Bushmills is on sale for $16 this week. My soul craves Jameson, but these prices, damn, man, and Mrs. Man, amen to that, Matt.
We were just talking about you today, baby.
I'm gonna hire you for some drinking or other
stuff. So Matt is one of Mark's dearest friends. He was in our wedding, and he is a hoot.
And he's not bitter that he was the usher. We only had 3 people stand up. He would have been the 4th one.
He would have. And I had an usherette, and she would have been my 4th. Actually.
But they're expensive, man, so what else could I do? I'm sorry, man. You know I love you.
Oh, my gosh.
See, look how much I'm smiling. It's not the whiskey. It's the Bushmeyer.
I love Matt. He is one of my favorites.
Now that Goffner, I'm not sure about.
Yeah, well, Goffner. You take him for what he is.
If you're going to have a Bushmeyer, you got to have a Goffner.
You got to have them together. They're like yin and yang.
That's right.
So Andrew says, I love my Adidas Ultra Boost. So I really love my Adidas Superstars. Those are tennis shoes that fit. I've always loved Adidas over anything else for tennis shoes because they fit, their insoles fit really well. And somebody else was saying, I always buy, Lori said I add extra insoles for added foot support with the cobblestones, etc. I agree. I take out almost every single pair of shoes, I take out the insole. There are a few that have great insoles, like my Weegens and my Adidas, and my Piccolinos. Some of the Piccolinos are better than others, and I put my own in. I actually had orthotics made. I am an old lady. I am 400 years old, and I had orthotics made by my chiropractor. But I tell you what, there is a huge difference in those compared to, just what's in a shoe anyway. So, Nick says, I want to make Ethiopian bread, but I can't find any yeast. It's a non-starter. Ha 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 ha. Non-NAAN, if you didn't get that.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things. Ethiopian bread, if you've seen it, it almost seems like a very thin sponge, almost.
Snarky Nick's on.
Oh, yeah? Oh, good, Mark, good. Okay, Snarky Nick. Yeah, because I just said, so I sent Mark Nickerson, so I just sent him a message saying, hey, get on.
Yeah, Mark cracks me up. He's so funny. So he says, so who won the best road trip post? Also, will my wife divorce me if we drive from Jacksonville to Santa Monica?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't divorce Mark for that, my Mark. But, I don't know.
Invest in Audible and get a bunch of things downloaded on your phone.
You might want to give her some noise canceling headphones.
And also make a note which states allow for the passenger to drink while you're driving. That might be the best thing.
That's brilliant advice. And Mark,
you're welcome. You're going to get another 20 years of marriage just from that advice right there. You're welcome.
Mark,
you're welcome.
I don't know that anyone won the post. I just love to hear the stories. Like, I wish that I love interacting with everybody, and I'm not doing it like daily like I was. But I love the funny stories that come out, and it's just amazing. So
Bushmeyer, I ushered Jocelyn's mom like a champ.
Yeah, you did.
That's right, boy. She's like, I know I might be divorced,
my
but
mother
I'm
still
available.
talks about that. She loves you. She thinks that you're amazing.
Has she even seen him since then? No.
That's okay.
My parents asked.
Hey, Chris Bates.
Did my mom say hi on here to Matt? Mom, you need to say hi to Matt. Don't be mean.
Oh my God! Hang on, Matt.
Well then, Thomas got orthotics. I have some orthotics too. One thing, if you do get the orthotics in your shoes, don't wear them all the time. Make sure you plan it the right way, because if you wear them too much the first time, you actually can hurt your feet. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Matt knows about that six-pack Zima, or as my dad says, Zima.
Zima.
Yeah, we're waiting for that day when you come to visit us, Matt. It's going to be right here.
Seriously? I don't even know. We saw that, and I was like...
Oh, we had... No, I saw...
No, we didn't even say anything, did we? We looked at each other.
So, yeah. And it was understood that no one will drink this until...
Yes.
And then we flew down. And then we flew down to New Orleans for our guys trip, and so I couldn't bring that with us. But yeah, Mark Wolters, relationship counselor. I do what I can. Actually, what's funny is a lot of times in my marketing classes, I'll actually make a correlation between relationships, like personal relationships, romantic relationships, and business relationships, to like give my students some like fatherly advice or unclely advice kind of stuff, because you can't tell people things, but you can like, oh, hey, does this make sense? So Henry, how many soccer jerseys do your boys have from traveling? Freaking
can't count.
Everywhere.
I mean,
everywhere.
We get like we don't just get like the main, like Manchester. We get like
Cuenca, Ecuador, and that's the thing is we always look for.
And Cuenca was the big one. We actually got one from like somewhere not Cuenca.
Yeah, and it's funny because like we'll get it's kind of like, imagine you have like the Toledo Mud Hens jersey for like AA baseball or AAA baseball, and you're like walking around, you're like, what? And so like we've gone places and like the boys had some Moroccan stuff, and like we're in France, and like a lot of the workers there in Morocco, like, hey.
We got a taxi ride. The guy was like, you know what? I wasn't really going to take you because I'm off. And that is totally not where I want to go. But your kids have Morocco jerseys on.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, and then the Cuenca jerseys from Ecuador, we've gone around, Liam and I were in Chicago, and the dude's like, what the hell are you doing with the Cuenca jersey on, man? Like, it's like middle of nowhere Ecuador. What the hell? How do you know? The guy was so happy. You're like, awesome.
Cool.
So we always try to do that.
Mary Ellen Dillon says, do some states allow that, Mark? Meaning,
yes.
Do they allow drinking in the car? So Georgia did when I lived there. I don't know if they still do because people still do it.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I don't know if it's still allowed.
That's why, just like kidnapping, I keep it in the state.
The rule was you could have open containers for everyone except the driver. So if there were 4 people in the car, you could have 3 open containers as long as one wasn't sitting in the driver's cup holder, I guess.
Oh, if you have FSA account, you can expense orthotics with FSA money. Very nice. Very nice. Good to know. Thanks, Liz.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Huh.
So let's see. Yeah, good. My mom did say hi to Matt, and she's saying hi to Matt again, but I'm sure Matt's left us again. Oh, wow. Yeah,
cheese
Daniel.
Is my love language. Mache, I love that.
What was it?
And Mache said, cheese is my love language.
Oh, that's one of the things. Like, we will spend the money on the cheese. Like we're cheap bastards at a lot of stuff, but when it comes to cheese, I'm like,
cheese and sheets.
And you gotta have good sheets. You gotta have good sheets.
And you spend a lot of time on your sheets, and you know what? They don't have to be like. Again, my channel. Shut up, Mark. Get dressed.
I am dressed.
Get dressed, Mark. So anyway, my darling, taking off your clothes on TV.
I'm not taking off my clothes. I'm just getting comfortable.
Yes, I did just bust out the Zima Rebecca Point. We're that cool. We're that kind of people.
Kim GK has Toledo Mud Hens gear, see?
Yes.
That kind of stuff's crazy, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Travel Adventures Eric B. I've seen Zima, never tried it. Yeah, don't. Well, so I'm not gonna tell the story why we drank Zima. So I'm just gonna leave it.
Banacos, no, the kids don't have a Chicago Fire.
Caleb is actually a Atlanta FC fan, so he's got a bunch of Atlanta stuff. So like Santa got him an Atlanta jersey this year, and he was really pumped. That was his favorite thing.
Absolutely.
Because he's like, well, I'm from there.
Yep. Shut up, Mark. Drinking game.
I've actually been playing that.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell? Because my rosy red complexion, it's not the sun. It's the liquor.
Okay, so Megan Morris says, at Mache Tessier, would love to see E&D bust out some Zimas. So I think we should all do some Zimas, maybe. We should have Zima Saturdays, Zima Sundays, something like that. Right?
No, if you want to kill your channel, make people drink Zima.
Oh, Nick D, you're so brilliant. Thank you for this. So Nick D says Connecticut, Delaware, Mississippi, Missouri, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Virginia. Passenger can have open drink. Missouri, Mississippi, Connecticut, Delaware. Driver can have an open. Shut the freaking. Well, I disagree with that stuff. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that bit. I do not condone drinking and driving.
Yeah, we don't condone kidnapping. By the way, Rebecca, that was just a joke.
Nick Barnett's. I'm curious, what is the most difficult thing you've ever tried to cook and didn't turn out right, or was it a disaster? I think one of the things that I was most... Shut up, Mark.
I didn't do anything. I was scratching my nose.
Bite me. So, we should also do that too, because today that's my word.
Bite me?
Yes.
I don't want liver poisoning.
One that I was really intimidated by was beef bourguignon.
But you do really good with that.
I do. It's actually been something, I don't make it, like weekly or anything, but like I make it a couple times a year.
Yeah.
2, maybe 3 times a year. I was really intimidated by it, but it was really easy. Basically anything that is difficult for me to cook is baking. Like that's just in general. I really am not very good at baking.
So it's not like cakes.
But I do okay with box cakes. They're edible. They're not amazing.
So one of the great things that I love about having this amazing, fantastic woman in my life, aside from her amazing fantasticness and amazingness,
in my amazing husbandness.
Well, I wouldn't say
wifeness
your husband.
and husband.
Your husband's a piece of work.
You are.
Anyway,
a piece of work, baby.
Jocelyn takes she'll use recipes, but she always makes everything her own and kind of like glamifies it and makes it special and everything. But I think with baking you can't do that as much because of
that's why I suck at it.
And that's why because you can't do the flair, and so that's what makes it a little bit more tough. But yeah, she has some fantastic
Well, that's
stuff.
the thing. I try to make cakes and give them flair, and it backfires every time. Whereas if you give me like mac and cheese, I'll find you a way to make mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
homemade mac and cheese special. Mark is Blue Box Boy. That's his thing. You are my favorite.
She does a nice job. She's getting better.
Oh, Germany wants us to make spaghetti ice Friday, so it would have to be either Saturday or Sunday.
We'll have to borrow your press.
I don't have a press. Ow!
Oh!
Derek, get ready, buddy.
Yeah,
we're
Derek,
coming.
we got. Yeah, expect a DM, buddy.
Mark, Henry, you wants to know what your favorite beer is. IPA, no. Mark,
no. So I can't drink IPAs. Whenever I drink IPAs, I just start sneezing.
Sneezes like
I can't stop.
He sneezes like I'm about to.
Yeah, sneezing like vodka and IPAs. I just can't. I can't do it. Which is funny because if you give me an American pale ale, I'll be okay. But IPAs drive me crazy. My favorite beers is a lot of my like. I like the Rauchbier, the smoke beer from Bamberg, Germany. I like Köstritzer, which is a Schwarzbier, a black beer from Germany. I like in the U.S.
Mad Dog 2020. Boots Farm.
Mad Dog, yes, I drank some Mad Dog back in my days.
I'll let you
We
finish.
had Boots Farm back in the old house.
And just go ahead, finish your thought. I'll talk about Boots in a
Some other
minute.
good beers I like. Weisstefana from Germany I like. Schufferhofer is a really good Hefeweizen. I like Hefeweizen a lot. I know there's a lot of German beers there, but there's a lot of good beers from around the world. If you're looking for like a lager, like a light beer that's great, ice cold, Brahma from Brazil is good.
Good night,
Lithuania, Švyturys back in the day was good. So.
Oh, Švyturys. I like to say that. Okay, so hang on, a couple things. Kathy says she loves my cooking because it is my own. Thank you. I appreciate that because my mother-in-law is a wonderful cook.
Nina Wood, in case you're still there.
And she does some things that like I don't think I'll ever get right, but like French silk chocolate pie. I don't know. We need to make that together sometime.
Not that I didn't send those things.
We'll get. Shut up, Mark. Okay.
If I look at the drink per viewer ratio, we drink insanely more on your channel than mine.
It's because I'm ballsier on my channel.
That's right, girl. We could be risque.
So, on the Boone's Farm, I went to the Rural King, which is, a farm store kind of thing, and I walked in and there was this whole thing full of Boone's Farm. I was like, oh hell yes! Huge selection.
You can also buy little chicks if you want, like actual live chicks.
And ducks, baby ducks.
Oh, you can get those too.
Yeah. So only in the spring. So I go in and I'm like, oh my god, Boone's Farm, and I'm like, I'm getting all the flavors I loved as a kid or when I was 18.
Because at the Brown House, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I brought it.
So we had a fridge full of Boone's Farm.
Look, this is awesome! I'm so excited. Oh my god, it is so much worse when you are like an adult.
Well, yeah, because when you were like in a high school, so you could be like, Natty Life's the best. And you're like,
it's like, but we should have taken it to the beach. Mark and I met at this little sandy spot on a creek in the middle of a farm field called the Beach, where we all went in high school. We should have taken that. Oh damn! If we ever find Boone's Farm again, we're gonna do that. We're gonna go drink a bottle of Boone's Farm at the beach. We actually have gone back there just to see where we met in high school. Even though I thought he was an ass then. I don't think he's an ass now.
Thought you do think?
I do not.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Truly.
Look at the camera and say, I don't think my husband's an ass.
I do not think my husband's an ass.
And he puts his finger in your armpit. See? Boom.
You're just a butthole. It's different.
Ooh, Lori Sims. I could host a Christmas party and fix 2 beef Wellingtons for the first time. So.
Okay,
yes.
So that's the other thing.
Beef Wellington?
I love beef Wellington.
I like to celebrate Christmas all year round, Lori Sims. I could come visit.
I have made it once, and it was pretty good. It's not. That was prior to you.
No, we had it once at the Brown House.
Oh, so I've made it twice?
I think I made it that time. Remember, I used to cook before you turned me into this worthless lump of lumpiness?
You did not make beef Wellington.
Well, it was already made. I just put it in the oven and did it.
Where the hell did you get beef Wellington already
made? You can get beef Wellington at the store.
I do not remember this. It must have sucked because I don't remember it. I'll make beef Wellington soon. Ooh,
right.
You know what?
Kidnapping advisor and relationship.
Let's do that. Sandra and I will go make beef Wellington. I know she'll love that.
It would have been crazy if you would have told your friends that you were online. I'm going to take your phone and do that.
Okay, well, tell Sandra to prepare to cook beef Wellington with me.
Well, you can surprise her.
All right.
Wait, are you going to start from scratch and make the blätterteig, the puff pastry?
No, I buy the puff pastry because
we have
it's baking. I always have puff pastry. So weird things I always have in my kitchen: puff pastry, phyllo dough. That might be because I'm Greek, but it's also really great. Ooh, you know what I am gonna make? I hope nobody dug into my big wheel of brie because I'm gonna make baked brie this weekend.
No. Ooh, baked brie.
Yeah. There is no Fortnite right now because it's an online game.
He's been playing it the whole time we've been on.
Really?
I've been on the second line.
Oh, okay. May Liam
if Caleb
play
has finished his thing.
Gosh, y'all, there's gonna be a fight in about a minute and a half.
Caleb's doing his thing. You can watch. If Caleb lets you play.
No, he would. Can you shut the blinds over there for me, please?
If Caleb lets you do it, then yes, you can. But if Caleb thinks you shouldn't, then no.
You're gonna let Caleb make a decision for what Liam should do?
Yes.
Lord Almighty. Hey y'all. KMP, hello in Tampa. Glad you enjoy this. We do, actually. We enjoy you guys. That's the thing. We really enjoy you guys.
Nick Barrett's mom's online. Hey, Nick's mom. Nick seems like a nice guy.
Or Kali Spera. I don't know. What is it now? It's Kalinikda, but Kalinikda is kind of when you leave. So Kali Spera. Nice to see you. Yasis. Banakos is having Pepsi on the rocks.
Dude, you're not gonna sleep tonight. Don't tell you.
Lorelai likes
you're getting near our age, and when I have a Coke after 5 p.m., I'm not sleeping for days. Jocelyn's like, oh, Greek frappe today, sleep tomorrow. I'm like, no, Coke afternoon, you're screwed.
So y'all have seen the fluffy coffee. What the hell is it called? What do they call it?
Oh god,
the fluffy coffee that went all over the world. I'm like, that's really just I'm gonna say it, okay? It's a cheap version of Nescafe Frappe that you get in Greece. Because I made it.
As our daughter Jessica, who's one of my former students, and we just love her so much. She's our daughter. She'd say, "True that, to Jessica,
yes.
Jessica Marquez, one of my favorite people ever. Love her to death. She's
you,
dating this Greek boy.
She is.
He needs to put a ring on that finger because she's too good. But whatever.
You know what? I would love that wedding. Oh my gosh!
I'll buy her a dress.
How fun would that be? Irish, Mexican, and Greek. Oh my good Lord.
Yeah, I love it.
We're going to have so much fun.
But then her dad and I would have to be like, who's their dad? And then we have to like...
Stop it. He is.
Her dad's
pretty
awesome.
Amazing
I love
dude.
her dad.
She is a great kid, and her parents have raised amazing kids.
Yeah.
Anywho, so I think that those fluffy coffee things, whatever, are not nearly as good as Nescafe Frappe.
No, because it looks good on Instagram. I mean,
it's pretty.
That's one of the things that upsets me is like Instagram. It's like a place that can make a good picture has trumped a good travel destination, and a food that makes a good picture trumps good food, and that's what I don't like about it. It's like, look, there's some really fantastic places that don't have, like Aix-en-Provence in France. It's not super Instagrammable, but it's a great city to visit.
It's probably better than a lot of places that you see on Instagram.
So Henry, do you have large passport with extra pages?
Absolutely.
Yes, we always get the larger ones.
Even our kids get the 50-page ones.
And here's the thing: is back in the day, if you're running low, you could go get like pages put in. They don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I was right. Even if you don't think you're going to travel since it's 10 years, get the bigger one. It doesn't cost you really anything else more.
The jumping. So. We've had a bunch of jumping. Lorelai says, my Greek granddad had several restaurants once he came to America because, all Greeks have to own a restaurant at some point. If you don't own a restaurant, you have to work in one. I swear that's like a thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you worked in
I worked in several, and I could go back to it. I mean, there are days I miss waiting tables. I loved waiting tables, and I would just go do it for fun right now if I weren't. I don't have to have that job, and I know that I would be taking food out of somebody's mouth or money out of somebody's pocket, but I love waiting tables.
Well, I know here in Champaign, before COVID, we only had like 2% unemployment, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but it's such a great thing. I would have done.
So, KNP in Tampa, Florida, good to see you. I assume it's Tampa, Florida versus Tampa, New York. Hope you're doing well. Kim GK, I went to college in Ohio, Boone's Farm Party. We would do the farm. All the flavors would get into our little college town. Oh, that is hilarious.
The Fresh Market says, so you know what, Megan, you're right. Fresh Market does sell beef Wellington at the meat counter. Not as good as a restaurant or homemade. I remember Jackie getting beef Wellington at Fresh Market. And yeah, it was decent. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty good.
So Lorelai says, "Oh my God, baklava," and that is on her list of things to make. So we were trying to like think.
I want to do that in Greece though.
Yeah, because
I want to do that with like somebody for my family.
Maria.
I could do it with Maria, but I think and she and I would have fun. It would be so fun. But wouldn't it be fun to do it in Anoia?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Maria.
Maria's family's in Crete.
Oh, they are.
Anoia.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it would be better.
It would probably be better with you and Maria.
No. And then Manolia, I can just drink all freaking day. So this is one thing with Jocelyn's channel. Like, there's a lot of foods that it's like we can make it. And she actually, like the tiramisu that she made, but we'll see Nana next year. And she'll do it again with Nana there. Because I know we've seen a lot of YouTubers that do food channels, and they don't. A lot of it's just them, and Jocelyn and her friends do so well together. Like watching her and Donna, and then watching her and my mom doing stuff is like you. It's just like you have that playful banter. Like she can't playful banter with me because she's so in love with me. She can't focus on the food. Right. She's focused on loving me and stuff.
On this beautiful human being next to me.
That's right. So
that I love. We never playful banter. Oh my God, that's all we do, y'all. We goof
is that what we call? Is that what banter is? I guess I thought banter was something else. Yes, I would love to see your beef. Lori says I'd love to see your beef Wellington on your show.
I will make some.
Lori! Hello! She's married.
God bless America. Liz says, so me and Derek and Megan and PG, Papagino, by the way, is PG, that's a dog, are throwing a Stonehenge summer solstice Saturday soiree. I love that. You know how I love alliteration. This weekend, it's going to be the British themed, and we threw out the idea of making beef Wellingtons. Do you mean you threw it out like as in you threw it out like as a possibility, or you threw it out because you weren't going to do it? Because
she threw it out there like, hey, it's a possibility. This is Liz. She's all about it. Liz is like. Now Derek might have been like, nah, I'm putting the kibosh on that because
Peter says, would Portugal be a good country? Peter says, would Portugal be a good country for distancing? Found cheap tickets from Boston to Ponta Delgada. Would either do a round trip or multi-city return from Lisbon or Porto. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we've actually thought about
going and staying there for a while. That depends on Mark's schooling, his school stuff, whether or not we want to like homeschool our kids, put them in intensive language. If we can get there, if we can get somebody to house it and take care of the dog. I mean, there's a lot.
Look at him. He needs love. Can someone give him love? You will for you too.
Breaking my freaking legs again.
Brick, you're hurting your woman. Come here.
He doesn't care.
I know, he only loves me because I'm his special person.
So anyway, yeah, Portugal's a great place to go and do that. You can rent houses and apartments and things like that very easily in lots of different places, and I think that you would love it too.
Go climb.
So, and you can also eat outside. That's another thing that I've thought about a lot. Like, as we think about going home to Savannah, we know the places where they already have things outside to eat. That's and even though they're not necessarily doing quite the distancing that we are, we're kind of sticking to our guns on it, Yeah. And a lot of our friends down there still are just of their own accord, so that's a thing. Yeah. Ooh, shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is awesome. My favorite shepherd's pie was from Kevin Barry's.
And we made out of a real shepherd.
Yes. In Savannah. That was it wasn't even like really traditional. But it just tasted so damn good. I loved it. And I used to make shepherd's pie quite a bit. I haven't done that.
Oh, that's true. It's funny. Like, for those of you that are through
phases, right?
Those of you that have been married for a while or live with people for a while, we all have our like foods we kind of went through. Like Joss used to make this potato and leek casserole back in the day when we lived in Portugal all the time.
But we called it baked so that his dad would eat it because his dad doesn't eat things.
Yeah, the word casserole, like, and you can't hide it in a casserole dish. So, like, if you have it and then transfer it onto a plate, it's fine.
You just don't call it casserole, and he'll eat it. But he just doesn't like but I get that because casseroles back in the day were really nasty. He is like really mean.
He's like trying to like.
He's 100 pounds. He's
trying to sit on me, and he's only got like a 8-inch thing.
Top 3 favorite cities to visit in Spain. Cordoba, Granada, and Cadiz. I want to go to Valencia. I haven't been there.
See, because I want to take out Barcelona and Madrid because those are so big that they like overshadow stuff. So taking those out, mine would be Valencia, Ronda, and Granada, and then Cordoba right after that. There's a lot of really great places to visit in Spain. That's one of those places, like, if we got stuck in Europe for 6 months, I would love to be stuck in Spain because there's so many things to see and do there. People are fantastic. I can honestly say I've been to Spain. I mean, I live in Portugal. We go to Spain quite often. I'd go there a lot of times for visits. The people are fantastic. I had so many fantastic students from Spain when I've taught in the U.S., but also when I taught in Portugal. I mean, I can't say enough good stuff about Spain. I know. So there was a job when I was in my PhD. I was looking for jobs to where I could go, and there was a job in Spain. I'm like, oh, if I could get this, but Spain has such high unemployment. The guys are like, look, we got to hire somebody from Spain or the European Union. We can't hire you. I'm sorry. We want you to be there, but we can't. I'm like, dang it, because I'm like, oh, it would have been so awesome moving to Spain. So I'm a big Spanish fan. So, but you guys know me. I love all these places in the world. Andre asked, do you know the website Home Exchange? We do. We have friends that actually do that. We have not done that because where we live isn't really an exchanging place, so I don't do too much. That's right, Andre. Yeah, ela bebe whisky. Ela é uma mulher. Minha. Não. Muito bem. So Lorelai, no, I have not been to Mallorca. We've been to Canary Islands and stuff, but not Mallorca. I used to live in Germany when that was like considered like the 17th Bundesland, the 17th German state. And so it's like, look, if I want to have a vacation, I want to get away from Germany. So there's that. It's gotten a little bit less over the years, but I have not been. So Habit Master, the German dumplings. That is actually one of the things, looking at making various kinds of dumplings. So we're going to talk about that because we got some friends there. Going back to the Spain thing, my mom really liked Sevilla when we were there. That is also a nice, fun place to go. Andre Feijão. Shouldn't you have an A there? Feijão. Where to go in Brazil? So we like Minas Gerais, the state of Minas Gerais. Actually, so when the Poets and Quants had me as one of the top 50 business professors, one of their questions was, where would you travel if you could? I'm like, Minas Gerais, Brazil, because the colonial cities, the history, the people, and the food there, fantastic. Like, that's where I like to go. Also, I know a lot of people get scared about going to Brazil for the safety reasons. You don't really have those issues so much in Minas Gerais. So that is one of those things. Henry Yu points out San Sebastian, Spain. Yes, that is a place. My friend Candace goes there and takes students there, and I need to get there too. It's really cool.
Hi, Trophius. Quick advice on rum. What's the best cachaça brand you can get in the States?
51.
Yep. It's hard to find anything else, actually.
Yeah, it's not the best one, but it's the only one you can find. But you know how, like, sometimes when you travel, you find, like, something you really like, and you just kind of take whatever you can get when you go to the countries. Like, green wine, like Vinho Verde, whatever comes to the U.S., like Casal Garcia is one that you can get. Like, in Portugal, it's like the cheap, not crappy, but it's cheap-ish. Like, there's better ones, but you're
okay.
It's okay, but you're happy to get it when I get here in the U.S. The one you're talking about is actually a good brand that you can enjoy.
51 is.
Yeah, 51's a good, like, people in Brazil will buy that. That's like that's a higher level, nicer one. So it's like a good brand that went everywhere. Like, I remember living in Germany, and the only tequila we could get was Pepe Lopez, which is crap. I mean, no offense, Pepe Lopez tequila, but you're not as good as other stuff.
But there are a lot better out there. That's something that I have a hard time with. Like, there are certain alcohols in Europe that are not.
But if you go to those who want to go to Portugal, Berau. Buy like 9 bottles of Berau and bring it home.
Bring it to me, please.
I think it cures like gout, it cures death, it cures everything. Berau is amazing. And I've asked our local liquor stores, they're like, I've never heard of this. I'm like,
I need it to make my sangria.
Because that's right.
It's the main. So, like, when you make sangria in Portugal, like, if you go online and look up sangria, like Portuguese sangria, these yahoos have obviously never been to Portugal or whatever. I mean, it kind of pisses me off because they're like basically just making plain old sangria. No, it's not anything that's very Portuguese about it. The thing about Portuguese sangria is that they put barão in it, and it's nearly impossible. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Liz and Derek because they can get things up there at their binnies that we just can't get down here at our binnies. But like that's the key ingredient in a good. Oh my gosh, Amadeir's on.
Oh yeah.
I tenho que vir, estou com saudades. Oh, desculpa. Temos saudades para você e Berta. Muito beijos. We miss you too. And God. Hola, Berta. Tell me Berta's watching too, please. You hear that? Your other parents are on. His extra parents from Brazil. They live in this wonderful remote little place in the Sao Paulo state, and it's like we go there and we can just relax. And my gosh, they feed us so much. Berta, I can't wait to go back and eat with Berta and cook with Berta because that's something we need to do. Giro, please ask Berta.
Berta? You even cook with Berta?
Basta.
Oh my God! Berta,
Shut up, Mark. Cala a boca, Mark. 2 drinks because I said it in 2 languages.
Oh, oops.
No, I am not having scotch. I am having Jack and Ginger. Yes, also nectar of the queen. Or nectar of a queen. Thank you, Rebecca. So, Giro, ask Rebecca, please, if she will cook with me.
Berta, not Rebecca.
Rebecca. God, I'm sorry. I was reading 2 things at once. Giro, faz favor.
Pergunta a Berta se Jocelyn pode cozinhar com a Berta.
Sim.
Com este canal do YouTube. Porque quando essas duas estão juntos, você e eu podemos beber e festejar fora da casa e voltamos e a comida em todas partes. Pode ser muito bem para nós e para o canal.
Que niños.
What?
What about the boys?
They've got a pool! The kids will be fine. They
got a baby to play with now.
Ooh, that's right. Massimo. Hell yeah.
Yes.
So Anita and I will go out and Lou will stay with you guys. Because Anita likes to party and, and Lou doesn't drink, so.
All right. So Peter asks, how do you feel about ouzo? I feel that ouzo should be drank at weddings and funerals.
So, a funny ouzo story. So I was the first time I went to Spain the first time I went to Greece with my parents. No, you're not getting Doritos. No.
I need ice.
My parents and I went to Greece together, Valentine's Day, pre-Jocelyn, so of course it was long.
Oh, just months before me.
Well, that is true. That was just mere months before we started talking. Oh, it seems like a lifetime ago. Anyway, so we were in Greece, and we went Athens and Nafplio and Delphi, went to Santorini, and we came back. And by the end of this 2-week trip, my dad was just loving the ouzo. So we're in the Plaka district, down below the Acropolis, and we're going out to eat, and they're just bringing us ouzo like crazy. And for those who know, ouzo has got a black licorice flavor, anise flavor. I hate it. I despise it. I just don't like it. But my dad's like, this is really good. And so he starts knocking them back. And so the guys, they give us 3 to start off and 3 at the end. And we would talk. My dad's a very gregarious guy, so he'd always talk to people, and he's a very friendly guy. And so he'd talk, so they'd bring more. And so he'd be knocking them, I'll finish all those. And so my mom and I were like, I hate these. I don't want to drink it. But we don't want to drink it all of them. So we'd be like, no, ouzo. Because, when you're towards the end of your vacation, you're just kind of let's just go eat and just sit and relax. And so we would just sit and relax and just bring the ouzo up my poor dad. He'd just be like, boom, boom, boom. So it's pretty funny. Henry Yu is going for the controversial question of the day. Best burger chain in the U.S. 5 Guys, Shake Shack, In-N-Out, Whataburger. I'm a Culver's man. I mean, the chief marketing officer of Culver's came to my class. I can't deny that. That's how much I talk about Culver's. It's a Wisconsin-based one. Now, in terms of what I like, so 5 Guys I used to like a lot, maybe 5-10 years ago. But 5 Guys, they overexpanded and they lost their specialness. In-N-Out, I do like In-N-Out, but I think it's a little overrated, but it is really good. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but it's not as you have to know the secret menu. So once you know the secret menu and you get a good one, then it's really good. Whataburger, it's all out there for you. It's the Texas thing. You got I can't deny it. All of them are good. Shake Shack, this is probably the one I've spent the least amount of time eating at. So those ones there, I would probably go 1 In-N-Out, 2 Whataburger, 3 Shake Shack, 4 5 Guys. But Culver's would be my number 1. So Good fan.
I'm hungry.
So Darwin's asked about Chicago, place to go out. Rush Street is kind of like, just has Rush Street bars. That's kind of the place to go.
Boys Town.
What?
Boys Town is fun.
Boys Town is also fun in Chicago, Jocelyn says.
But ask Liz and Derek.
Yes, but ask Means to Travel, because Means to Travel and Mr. Means to Travel are the party happy party kids of Chicago. So they'll know.
They're party kids?
I'm the fat guy eating Doritos, so you might not want to ask me.
With the fat wife making...
Oh, Trophius is in the house! Oh, that's what the Conchasa question was from. Cool. Okay. Let's see. Oh, so someone's saying wine gives them a headache. Yeah, that does happen. Cystic tobacco. I can understand that.
Things without sulfites.
Yeah, look for wines without sulfites, which is hard to get in the U.S. actually. So, but that's one of the things you'll notice people say. Like Jocelyn will mention on her channel a lot. She'll eat bread in Europe because the gluten's not as bad. It's kind of like you drink wine with it's not sulfites. There are different levels of gluten and sulfites and stuff like that that can really impact how you feel after you eat and drink stuff. So something there. So Henry Martinez asks, Simply Jocelyn, what are the chances of traveling to Canada or Mexico instead? Later this summer, they will be willing to open the borders in the middle of next month. I wouldn't bet your vacation on it right now. Because you see,
had a lot of issues.
Well, and also the U.S. has had a lot of issues.
Like,
so
right. I mean, we're both in an ugly position right now.
Yeah, so I would say you're like for us. Once I saw that Germany pushed everything like until September, and then I saw Australia today announced that nobody's coming until 2021. This kind of really changed my attitude on a lot of stuff because I was all about trying to get us to a few places this fall, and now I think we're looking at U.S. and then maybe some Caribbean stuff. So the fall, but the summer, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's a tough one. Sorry, man. Oh, Mark Finley points out Freddy's State Fair. So I used to actually drive down an hour to go to Freddy's south of where we live.
Well, not just for that.
No, I would go down just for Freddy's.
Well, he did. I had other things to do.
Yeah, I like Freddy's because their California burger and their California sauce was really great with fries. And they actually opened up one here where we live. But every time I've gone, it's been such a dirty, disgusting mess that I can't eat there because I'm like, this is horrible. I'm like, I don't need to see. It was just bad.
It was really just trashy, right?
No, it wasn't trashy. Don't say that. It was dirty. No. They didn't clean it.
Like the floors were trashy. Like trash.
There was trash on the floor.
I'm not
and
saying...
the floors, and then the things weren't
trash
clean.
on the floor.
I'm like...
That's trashy.
That looks like some kid put ketchup there 3 days ago and hasn't been clean. And that's on top of a surface, like where you eat. I'm like...
Eric says, I love Whataburger and Jack in the Box and Five.
Oh, Jack in the Box!
Those are his 1, 2, 3. So I love Jack in the Box tacos.
The fried tacos?
It's like they took...
Heaven and fried it in a taco.
It's like they make a taco, fry the whole thing, like the meat and everything together, and then they put the cheese and lettuce on it. I don't know. It's nothing like an actual Mexican
It's Jack in the
taco,
Box. It goes in the box. No one knows it pops out and the happiness comes.
It is. You're like, wow, this is a tasty surprise. And also I like their hot sauces. Actually, I wish I could buy those. Maybe I should just get extras and bring them home.
So says Blake's Lotta Burger in New Mexico is the best regional chain. I've never heard of that.
I've never been there.
I've been
in New Mexico a lot, and I've never heard of that. But maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
So Nick, Cookout, yes, I have heard of it. I have not tried it. Nick, you're looking at doing that on your trip, right? Because that was like Cookout, Portillo's, and where else were we looking to go? We talked about the superheroes thing.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Ken's UK Butterburger. I miss the Midwest. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that. I love my Culvers.
We can get Culvers, baby.
I know. I miss it, but I can't drive right now because I'm too drunk.
If the Finleys come through, we're taking them there.
Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Wait.
Oh, Means to Travel. Liz got her haircut in Boys Town today. All right.
What'd you get?
So everybody tune in so we can see
tomorrow night, I think it's 7 or 8.
Um,
Well, they'll still be on at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Means to Travel. Go to Liz, and you'll see Derek there with his newish do. His is it's getting a little frippy. Like it's been a week now. But Liz will be looking fantabulous like she always does. She's got good style. Liz got good style.
She does have good style.
Derek.
And
Liz got.
Derek,
hey! I'm jealous of Derek.
Turn it up, world.
Oh!
Tanya and Dave are in. We just had to pop in here and say hello, Marky Poo and Jocelyn Poo, before we head out. Our birthday is tomorrow, celebrating in
That's
Las
right, because
Vegas.
So for those who know, Turn It Up World. So Tanya and Dave, I love them.
They're fun.
Fun,
my God, they're
energetic.
Fun. Their live feeds are just, they're awesome.
Yeah, and so they're going all around Vegas as Vegas. We will as Vegas opens up. They've been there showing all the stuff open up when it's open and stuff like that. And they're so they're just so happy and positive. They freaking make me so happy just talk to them. So last night when I was asleep, I think you guys had a live feed. I woke up at 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm like, and there's oh, Turn Up World is live now. I'm like, I want to get on. I want to get on. So I think I actually clicked on it and fell back asleep. So at least you got the watch time. At least you got that. I didn't get anything else, but I remember seeing that. But Tanya and Dave are great. We've been on their channel before, and we will have them on here because so Tanya knows her stuff with video editing and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh,
she's awesome.
Fancy pants.
Yeah, so that's I wrote. I was like, once you just tell me what I need to do because I'm stupid. Because she's awesome. I love her.
Seriously,
all right, Dave's nice too. Let's not forget Dave. Dave.
Another woman.
No,
I'll kick your ass.
No,
shut up, Mark. I love you. Okay, go ahead, honey. Everybody have a tipple.
Tipple?
I whispered it, so it's in a whole drink. Just a tipple. What? Have you never heard that word?
All I know is
I have the vast vocabulary.
If we end up doing 2 live feeds a week on yours and 2 live feeds a week on mine, and we're just all gonna die of liver poisoning.
That's why we don't do them but once a week.
I know.
Or once a month now.
Yeah. Pittsburgh. When you guys are highly interested in video tour in Pittsburgh, let me know. I'll show you the So Jeffrey, actually Pittsburgh, we have some friends that are going there. So if you can put some of the good things to see, our buddies and Finleys are heading there to see some family. And one thing I've learned is that even though people live in a place, they might not know it very well.
Know the good stuff.
And that's why I remember this happened to me in Stockholm. I mean, I used to live in Finland when I was in high school. We go to Stockholm quite often. And when I finished my master's and I was working in Lithuania, I went to visit a friend of mine in Stockholm again, and we went on
Sebastian?
No, this is Carl.
Carl.
Carl's a nice guy. Don't miss it.
Carl.
I don't know why you don't like Carl. Carl's a really good guy. But Carl's girlfriend was like, "Oh, I'll show you around," but she knew nothing about Stockholm. I'm like, actually, no, that's the Royal Palace. That's the Armory, and it was one of those things in your early 20s, you're like, it's like when you start to open your eyes, wait, I can learn stuff more than locals can? Yeah, you can. Because it's here where we live, I can tell you everything you want to know about this in Chicago, New York, but sometimes you forget about the places where you live. And that's why I always tell people, even if you're going to go visit people in a town, do your research before so you know what to see, because sometimes they don't know what's there. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, it's kind of how many of you have found out about a restaurant or someplace in town you didn't know it existed because your friend's like, oh, did you try that place? I didn't realize we had an Ethiopian place here in town. Yeah, we do. I'm like,
dude, if we had an Ethiopian place in
we'd
town,
be there.
I would know it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain things I would know, right? But unless a person works in tourism. Something that relates to tourism, like when I lived in Savannah, first of all, I was a tourist in Savannah. I went there and I saw the town because I was thinking about going to school there. And so I played the tourist card and I just enjoyed myself and I saw whatever and I did all the nerdy things that you can do.
And that's something that was staycations this summer. We all should be doing that.
Go do the nerdy tourist things. Like the things that are just, if you need to, put on some Birkenstocks with your socks pulled up to your knees and strap a fanny pack on. Go ahead and do it and just enjoy the heck out of it. Because when you do that in the place that you live or are going to live, it's really enlightening. It's a fun thing, you know? And so I did that in Savannah. And then I worked in a restaurant. And then when I graduated, I worked in a historic, you know, we were stewards for several historic sites in town. So I needed to know a lot. And it was amazing. So.
Yeah, Turn Up World. Oh my God, you two are the best. Once a month live with you guys would be epic. And the katas would be flowing. I think our livers would break. Here's the thing. We need to figure out, because Jocelyn's never been to Vegas. I went there.
Never been.
And I know you guys aren't big gamblers either. I'm not a big gambler either. It's because I love Vegas for the food. I mean, it's not because I'm a fat guy. Like the food in Vegas, like that's the best part of it.
Not just because I'm a fat guy.
No, but I'm like, that would be fun. Like, if we could go down there with Tanya and Dave.
Hey, let's do it.
Let's figure it out.
I don't know.
When the world isn't going to end if we travel, we will go down there with you. Because I don't have the don'ts.
It's the twins' birthday.
We could do the don'ts of
Happy birthday, girls.
Oh, the twins have twins' birthday too?
Because it said our birthday, and I was like...
No, their birthday. Because they both had the same birthday. Tanya and Dave had the same birthday.
But it says, yes, twins' birthday. Wait, Tanya and Dave have the same birthday?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because I watched their live feeds and we talked. Of course, watch them like, no, actually, Mark, we don't have the same birthday. But I'm now you're making me doubt my 100% rock solid guarantee of the night. They're really nice people too.
They are.
Michael Mann
says,
I'm glad everything is peaceful protest
things
there.
are okay up there in Minnesota, and I'm glad it's peaceful. Trophy says, Jocelyn, my wife and I enjoy your new channel. The passion fruit mousse that you made the other day looks amazing.
It's so easy.
I hope that you'll make it, because it really truly is just such an easy thing to make. And oh my gosh, is it good? Like, mousse de maracujá is one of my favorite things ever, right? Just absolutely good stuff. Love it.
Fun. Let's see.
All right.
Okay. Henry Martinez, Simply Jocelyn. Jocelyn, do you think you'll be able to make Nicaraguan arroz con pollo on your channel? What other Hispanic foods can you make? So, the pozole thing, but Jocelyn can actually do quite a few of them. And actually, on her list of foods, because we have a big list of foods we could make that she could do. And so that's actually on the list of one of the things. And what's funny, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, what's funny, for those who don't know, if you're going through Central America, you'll actually see arroz con pollo and pollo con arroz. So there's like chicken with rice and rice with chicken. So if you see chicken, first off, pollo with, then con arroz, which is with rice, you'll have a bigger chicken piece with some rice on the side, kind of. Or the rice under the big piece of chicken on top. But if you see arroz con pollo, which is rice with chicken, you'll see that it's like chopped the chicken, it's kind of stirred up with the rice.
In the mix.
And I actually like the rice with the chicken better than the chicken with the rice.
I like arroz con pollo also.
Yeah, so...
but I think I like it because a lot of the people cooking it, they put a different twist on it when it's like arroz con pollo. People put sort of different things inside of it.
That's right. Tanya says, you can read that out loud, babe. Turn it up, world. Right there. No.
Yes, it's both of our birthday, June 18th. Mark, you are 100% right.
No, I think because she capitalized that, Mark.
You are 100% right! Oh my gosh!
That's okay. I'll take that. Yeah.
I love you, husband.
I love you with a
drink.
So Sharon said that she loved Vegas for the shows and the people watching. Yeah, for me, that's what it was. Because I don't know. Because for me, because how we are with our money, and how like it's like all the money for travel and that's what we do. Like for me, I'm like, I will take $20, maybe $50, and I'm like, that's my limit. I will exchange it, get the stuff. I'm like, once I'm done, I'm done. And for me, it's like, oh, it's a good night. I'm like, look, how long are we gonna gamble for? Oh, we're going to go for 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours at a movie theater. Okay, you got $15 for your ticket. I'm getting some popcorn.
4 hours
and some
is
drink.
2 tickets.
I know. Trying to explain. So the ticket and the popcorn and the soda and the candy, and then I go twice to 2 movies, so then I double that. So there's like, $50 to $80, depending on what movie theater you're going to. So and then it's like, look, that's 8 hours of fun. And for me, if I run out of money, it's fun because I actually like watching people do it. Gambling isn't for me because I'm like, I could put that money towards like my house or to a trip. It's like, how could I bet a flight ticket to Ireland? I can't do that.
No. I've always been the same way. Like, I dated this guy before Mark, and he loved to gamble.
I took an old lady that was her great aunt, to go gamble. That's the last time I went gambling.
So cute.
She almost got punched because dude was pissed. But you tell your story.
You know what? She would have kicked his ass.
Yeah,
too.
dude. Don't mess with a 4'3" Greek great grandma.
My Thea Georgia, she would kill a man with that walker. And then she'd take her. She'd
have her. The lady was so tough. She smoked with an oxygen tank. Bam, dude. She was bad.
We all are.
$$10.
Just remember that her blood is flowing through my veins.
What you get? You get a blood transfusion.
No, but she is my great aunt.
But her and I bonded. Her and I bonded at that casino.
You went to a casino. You don't think I bonded with her?
No, I don't.
Flipping
life. No, I don't, because her and I went, and she told me the secrets of the casino. She's like, look, see that guy there? He's been sitting on there for hours.
You think I've never been to a casino?
No, I don't. I don't think you have. Have you? Which one?
I don't know.
Exactly. I was in this one.
Tucson and Green Valley.
That's the one we went to. And she's like, look, that dude, he's been sitting there for a while. He's getting tired. We're going to go there after he leaves, and we're going to win because he's one of the who's going to give up. And so we went, like he left, and then we waited 5 minutes, and then we went.
Shut up, Mark.
And she won like after like 10 minutes.
Shut up, Mark. That's
dude won
3 times. Shut up, Mark. 3 drinks. Ready?
And dude was pissed.
Oh my good Lord. Turn it up, Mark says. Mark and Jocelyn will give y'all a buzz. We're back in Austin to talk about something cool in Vegas. It's happening. No excuses. Shut up, Mark. Drink. Everybody's drunk.
Thanks,
right now.
Tanya.
Dang. Are you done with the story?
I never got to tell it.
No, it's done. You don't get to take over my Thea. Got it? Well, she's your
Thea.
She's
my only Thea. She's
marriage.
my Thea. I'm 100% Greek by marriage. You're only like 50% Greek.
If you want to be 100% Greek by marriage, you come become Orthodox with me.
So.
All right. So Rebecca Point is going, take a drink, take a drink, take a drink, take a drink. Because yes, it's the game. However, Mark just about got himself in trouble trying to take over my Thea Georgia. Do you know that
I'm not trying to take over Thea Georgia.
We used to sit and spin together. Did you sit and spin with her? No.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that story.
Mm-hmm. So, Thea Georgia was tiny.
Hey, Jeremy
we
can't
would do sit and spin together.
Jeremy can't feel his face anymore.
My lips are numb. It's okay. We're all there.
Rebecca, not sure we'll survive the drink. See, Wolters World, we're family friendly. Jocelyn, because Wolters World is like PG. Like there's occasionally a bad word or something. Like we talk about alcohol. Simply Jocelyn is like PG-13.
You drop F-bombs on your channel, so don't even go there.
Not in our normal videos, the live feeds.
No, live feeds you have.
But not in the normal ones.
Drop them and then we have to. We just.
I'm not dropping the F-bombs down. I love rosy face.
I know. Steph says that her face is a little rosy like Mark's.
It's the sun. It's the sun. Mm-hmm. It's not the
whiskey.
Okay, this bottle was here when we started.
It was not up there. It wasn't. I promise y'all, it was not. It was like here. It was below.
You're right. It was. Honestly,
say what I want to say.
It was only here. It was only here.
Playing the game,
I think we've only had I've only had a sip.
You're gonna get slapped. Here it comes. Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2.
I didn't do anything. Rebecca has a question. Simply
Got him.
Don't Italian mom me. Simply Jocelyn is the IMAX theater of this production. That's right.
Oh,
Live feeds, we're all adults. That's right, TGK.
Hey.
We're all adults here. Good to see you on here, by the way, TGK.
Hi, Talia. How are you? I hope you're well. We were Instagram messaging earlier today, and I was telling her how I've just been an ostrich with my head in the sand because can't take any more of what's out there in the world. And my world right now is this house and the people in it, and people who are related to me, and a few other people like randomly online. But I've pretty much given up on Facebook and Instagram and everything lately. I just can't take it. I just want to love people and want everybody to love each other.
Yeah,
and also Italian mamas to my husband when he is being a butthole.
Yes. And I think that's one thing, and I understand people that get burned out with social media and YouTube and stuff like that, because
it's hard.
It can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. And I know, I mean, that's one of the things that we were talking, that's one thing is they brought up.
Do you think that for us, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I need to ask you this personally. Do you think that it is harder for us because part of our world literally revolves around being on and being a part of social media? Like, I don't know that if we didn't do all of this, that it might not be as affected. I might not be as affected.
Yeah, I can see that, because like there's days that I'm like, I don't want to go on social media. I just want to take a break. But I'm like, no, I want to. I know there's people that still comment and they still write. And I'm like, I want to make sure, because like, you know, right. Like Rebecca Point and I, like we're on. We'll tweet back and forth to each other on
say it
on Twitter. Shut up, Mark.
Apparently, she wants me to say "shut up, Mark." Ooh,
that's 2.
Does it count if Mark says it?
No, I don't count. I'm worthless.
I'm sorry, Liz. There's a HBO show called Gentleman Jack. Shoot, I gotta get that.
Ooh, Steph Taylor. Has anyone had the peanut butter whiskey screwball?
I did.
You did? Is this
I
before me?
No, I just had peanut butter whiskey on ice in Savannah. When was I in Savannah without you?
I don't know. When were you in Savannah without me?
No, I mean, I went down there with
you
Caleb.
You go like twice a year without me.
I go without you at least once. So here's what my point about social media with us is that
love you, Rebecca. We
are on there. We're talking to people. I mean, we have obviously become friends with a chunk of you, and
love you, Mark
Finley. To you guys often, but then we have our own like private, you know, our own personal feeds and all of that, and the Instagram, and then we have like the Wolters world, and Simply Jocelyn pages. Although the Simply Jocelyn page I haven't done much with yet because I kind of want to wait until I have more content to put on there. But the point is that we have twice as much. Honey, that's not goat cheese. That's just Philadelphia. Because Philadelphia is kind of like...
What was that?
Philadelphia. I just put 2 slices. I feel like I have twice as much to do. And part of it is personal and part of it is not. And then when I start getting into... We all know those rabbit holes that we get down in, and it's just too much for me sometimes. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with that.
And everybody has people that are... You have friends you agree with, friends you don't agree with. And a lot of people like just like close people off. I made it a point not to unfriend people, not to unfriend people, not to leave people. I'm like, I want to make sure everyone, like, I can hear everyone's opinions and stuff like this. That's the thing that's really tough.
Huge thing.
And it's really tough because what happens if we start closing everything off, then we get in kind of a tunnel. And this is one thing I teach my students. I'm like, when we work in a business, we live in a tunnel. We got to open our minds and see what other people think and do. And you don't have to agree with it, but to listen to it and see. So there's that. Joe Cody is in the house.
Where is he at?
Where it says Joe Cody.
Love you too, Joe.
So I would like to say, Jocelyn, say it 4 times. Maybe 3. So Joe, if you don't know, we have a game called, Shut Up, Mark. Not when I say it, but when Jocelyn says Shut Up, Mark, you have to take a drink of whiskey.
Hey, so Joe Cody, I'm going to tell you this. This is just for you. This is just for Joe. Shut up, Mark. Everybody give Joe Cody a round of applause. Because Joe Cody is not only my brother-in-law, he is also part of our military, and he and my sister and our family. We sacrifice for everybody. Like, I mean, he makes this huge sacrifice. I've always respected what our military does in their personal lives, but having now lived it via my sister, hell yeah. Thanks.
Cheers, brother.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, Pete. I love you. Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so there you go. Joe, Shannon, and Pete, welcome to the party. So Shannon, so Pete is my sister. Her name's not actually Pete, but that's what I call her, and you should too. And Shannon is our sister from another mother. Shannon, actually, here's what's funny. Shannon was my boss. In college, I worked at a restaurant, and she was my boss. And we became really good friends. Actually, she didn't like me, and I made her be my friend because that was not going to happen without... I mean, it's just, we were going to be besties, and I knew it, and she didn't. And so we became besties. And that was that.
And Shannon, that is exactly how she explained it to me 10, 12 years ago when we started dating. Because
that's just what I decided it. But here's what's funny is I went and I worked somewhere else and things, like, you know how space happens, whatever. But we were always good friends. And then my sister and Shannon, let me tell you about becoming sisters. Like, I thought Shannon and I were sisters. Like, we were cool.
Yeah, no. They're next level.
But Pete and Shannon are like, they're like this. They're not just sisters. They're like twins. Like, they got a thing. So, anyway, there is like a whole bunch of family history y'all didn't really need to know. But I just want to recognize people that I love. So, thanks. Talia, yes, you do need to find the peanut butter whiskey because it is some tasty. I don't know, like, how did I drink the peanut butter whiskey? Well, because
you have a life without me. I only live
also,
for you.
I love the peanut butter. What are you doing?
I got a text message that I have to share.
You got a text message you have to share. Okay.
So, hold on. Go on, you can talk.
Well, something happened with Mark Finley, but I don't know what it was.
So, my brother-in-law, that sexy man there, sent me a shot drink. So, to Joe Cody, love you, brother. Brother that's married to my kid's mother's sister. I can't find a good way to do it. I've been drinking.
Mother's sister.
I've been drinking too much because someone's been saying, "Shut up, Mark, too much."
Shut up, Mark. Good times, huh?
I miss Wolters World.
Oh, there's a really funny picture of
life was so much easier when it was just Wolters World.
St. Patrick's Day.
Dude, I don't remember anything at St. Patrick's Day.
No, you weren't there. I went down, and Joe and Pete was pregnant.
Oh, when you had the glasses and you had the shots with the
Joe and I were doing shots. They're the Jello shots through a, like, what's that thing called? A syringe, but no needle. But like Jello in the
real plunger
and with the plunger. And yeah, there's a picture of me and Joe doing that, and it's funny. It is funny as crap, actually. So there you go.
Did you see that Claire said, "Love your new channel. Thanks for sharing with us."
Hey, thanks for being part of it, Claire. I appreciate that very much. So I missed something from Mark, but I don't know what it is, and I've gone up and I couldn't find what it is. So Mark, let us know. All right. So, hey, Jeremy. David, do you see that?
David Konachek.
Third son. No, I'm
He's
sorry.
4. No, Daniel doesn't call, doesn't write.
That's right. Hey, the gals are back too. Nice to see you. David Konachek says peanut butter whiskey delicious. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna kick your butt all over the place, and you know it. I know you're just fronting. Okay.
That's right. It's like Caleb online. More Live thinks I'm funny. Why? Thank you. You're the only person.
You're funny.
I know, that's exactly. But Jeremy Seitz is like, look, Simply Jocelyn is basically Wolters World after I totally saw you doing that, by the way. Yeah, I think that. So I will be Cartoon Network, and you will be Adult Swim.
Yes.
I think that.
I'm
Oh,
Swim.
that was in my ear. You like ripped it off, woman.
I'm sorry, I have nails.
Yeah, no, but you like.
I have to get you hard.
You don't have a problem with that, babe. You don't have a problem with that. But
Nikes. Oh my God,
That's
your mother is on this.
That's why it's Wolters World After Dark.
Oh Lord.
It's so liberating not being on my own channel. I'd be like, I can't wait. So when we're Tanny and Dave on their channel doing theirs, I'll be like, la 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 la.
And we can't do this on other people's channels. That's wrong. And Megan Morris.
No, I think Tanny and Dave would be
this
fine
is
with
in
that.
our own home. We need to just not behave like this in public, although this is as public as it gets. So hugs, y'all. Thanks for putting up with us. And hold on 1 second. So the gals are back, and Megan Morris says, the gals are back! All caps. I hope they visited a brew through and went to Bojangles.
Yeah, no.
I love you for those words right there.
So they did, and they let me know that Bojangles has pimento cheese on Bojangles biscuit.
When did that happen?
Do you not? You were sitting next to me, listening to the live feed.
I have ADD. Some things slip in and some things
Melinda
slip out.
and Trace, I'm sorry. I'm your true fan.
I can't help it.
That's fine. I'm their true fan. So you remember that. So if anything happens, you'll be on my side.
Too.
Yes, but I'm a gallivanter, and that's what they call their fans.
You're a guy. God, you're such a guy.
Yes, I am, but that doesn't mean I can't enjoy
you know
the
what,
fantastic
really,
recommendations they have.
Because I forget our anniversary.
They had a video today, or was it today or the other day? They were talking about like getting like those people that want to do the RV travels. Trace was there and Lynn was there, and they were going through like switching out the gray and black water. Oh! No!
Talk about that when I put it in my mouth.
Wait! Gals?
We were not allowed to talk about
Hey,
that.
gals, can I just hire you to like drive with us?
I know all about it, and also, that's why I married Mark.
Because I'm worthless at everything?
Because I'm going to make you do that shit. I mean stuff.
Yeah, actually poo. Should go to your poo. It means to travel. Mark should get a shirt that says, I miss Wolters World. Yes. But then, yes.
Okay, what did Jeremy say? Because there's a whole bunch of yes Jeremy things happening here.
Yeah, that's the Wolters World After Dark.
Oh, yes, I am.
I think that's good. I think we should do that. So this is one thing. I was thinking about.
I'm going to be the dark side.
No.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
I am the Empire.
Yes, you are. I'm Luke. You are Vader. You're not.
I don't want to be Vader.
You're almost Palpatine.
But how dare you?
But in a good way.
How dare you?
Okay, you're more like
Vader had a heart. I have a
Oh
heart.
wait, you're Darth Revan.
Who the hell is that?
Darth Revan is the badassest looking Sith ever. He was a Jedi that was like, Jedi ain't doing nothing. Dude, you're totally Darth Revan. Help me out here, anyone that's a Star Wars fan. She's Darth Revan. I'm more Luke. Like Fat Luke when he like fell off.
In love with your sister? Good thing you don't have a sister, honey.
You're my sister, my soul sister.
Oh God.
We're bonded together.
Ew.
Kathy Fox on here. Where's Kathy Fox? I missed you. Hey, Kathy. I didn't say hi earlier.
Oh Lord. All right. So we've had too much drink tonight. That's why I had to get the crackers out. By the way, if you are gluten free or gluten light,
you don't know, and you don't have to be gluten free or gluten light. These are actually good.
No, actually,
by themselves.
just human beings. Crunchmaster. They look like they're. What did you call the box?
They look like they're a Weight Watchers.
You can get a big old box of them at Sam's. But they are so tasty. They have a lot of flavor, seeds and nuts, and God, I'm a good.
You are good.
Fast.
I'm showing them the cracker. This is actually really good.
I love this, and it's super crunchy.
Mark Finley, it goes well with pimento cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Very much. Also,
For y'all who have watched the pimento cheese, I need to chew. Hang on. So, for y'all who have watched the pimento cheese video, you should totally... Will you stop it? Shut up, Mark. I don't know what you're saying. God bless
I was saying,
America.
say shut up, Mark. And it worked.
Is that like 2 or 3 or 4?
The best part is what I'm saying right now, the people watching don't see for a minute. It cracks me up.
Okay, so I just want to say, what the hell was I talking about?
I know, but Joe Cody says you almost upset the girls.
What girls?
Exactly.
But you redeemed yourself. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Henry asks, are you a fan of Giada De Lorenzo? Or De Laurentiis?
I De Laurentiis. I like Giada. I think she's very down to earth and cool about her food and her cooking. But I'm going to tell you the Italian cook that I love more is Lydia Bastianich.
On PBS?
And she's on PBS. She's
Yeah, Lydia's great.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is about her that I like more.
Well, I also think that Giada...
It's more like kitchen instead of like chef.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And
Like-
both
like-
are chefs.
Yeah.
And
Well-
both do kitchens, but there is something that is just more tangible about.
Yeah. I think Lydia's like, it's stuff you can do every day. Whereas Giada is like, my God, she is just so talented, and it's like, it's intimidating. And also, I think for Lydia,
I don't think that she's very intimidating.
no, like the food she makes, sometimes you feel that way, but it's not Lydia. It's not Giada's cooking. It's that like because Food Network has really made her like this, like because she's a fantastic cook, she's a fantastic stuff presenter, everything, and so they put her in everything. And so it's like, since she's held up so high in their kind of aura, that sometimes it can be like
it's
scary.
Not her. It's not her. It's the
it's
production.
not her. It's the production.
Yeah, I
because
get
she
that.
does a really good job of making really good food. And I've watched a lot of her videos, and she had one series which like she would go through like a starter, or appetizer, main, and dessert, and one go for the summer. I'm like that was when you really saw her at her like true like I'm helping people cook. Versus the Food Network, let's wow everyone. You know, it's kind of like Halloween Wars is wows you with the view, but the food isn't really that good. The cake isn't good. But when Giada stuff, like she has the wow stuff, but then she has some of the shows that are like, this is really good food you share with your family.
Shut up, Mark.
And Laura and Lydia does that every time.
That was way too long. My head hurts.
Sorry.
Here's what happened just now. We have said SUM 15 times. I'm done. I can't. I need some water. That's it. I'm putting my cocktail
You
away.
realize
I'm
that
gonna
you
have some
don't have
damn
to
water.
drink that? That's for them. It's a drink game for them. And me.
Well, I tried to do it tonight, and you know what?
I saw. Oh, that's right. Good job. I'm playing the game tonight because since
I've been playing the game. Guess what? I quit the game. I'm a quitter. Right here, right now.
It's not my
I'm on
channel.
to the water.
I can go by and enjoy the whiskey, though I won't enjoy tomorrow morning. So our local swim pool, you can sign up for lap lanes. So I'm signed up for 7 a.m. tomorrow. That's gonna suck.
We're like 1,000 things back behind. A Popeyes girl, says Lorelai. You know, I like Popeyes. Popeyes is pretty. You know, it's the one place in town I can get decent sweet tea. It truly is. I go buy gallons of sweet tea from them because if I don't want to make it myself, are you gonna sneeze? What are you doing over there? I thought he was just gonna sneeze. So any hootie, yes, Popeyes is pretty dang good, but I'm gonna tell you something. Their chicken sandwich is not as good as Chick-fil-A. I don't give a shit what you say. I mean, poop.
So I will say this: Popeye's plain chicken sandwich is just like a mayonnaise sandwich, but Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich, pretty good.
You want to have a fight?
No, but actually, my favorite thing is actually if you get the Popeye's po' boy shrimp sandwich. That's actually I like that.
Tasty.
That's tasty. That's
it really
tasty.
is. It's weird, huh?
And their sides are really nice. I like them.
All right.
So
And the ladies at our Popeyes are so nice when I go through. I can't say anything bad about my Popeyes people.
So Nick Peterson says, I was saying the two food chains I'm looking forward to trying, Mark, are Bojangles and Cookout. Both sound delicious. That's what we were talking about on the Gal stream on Monday. I missed that bit.
Yes, I haven't had Cookout.
I've not had Cookout either, but Bojangles is dang good, and their biscuits are so not fast food biscuits. I mean, like they hold their own.
Dude, I can just eat their biscuits, dude. I get their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits at 10 o'clock, 9:45 at night, because damn, it's good.
We get them whenever they're open in the Atlanta airport. Yes, that's it. All right. Oh, goodness. Good night, Habit Master. That was probably 10 minutes ago, because I know we are way behind on the comments. I'm sorry.
Kathy Foss, whiskey and water.
Well, my whiskey and ginger is kicking my butt. All
Wait,
right.
Mark's throwing out some serious one.
Stephanie X. I agree, Megan. Okay, is Stephanie X my sister or Stephanie X the not my sister?
I don't know.
Because Stephanie X does hang.
I don't know.
Or is she Steph X?
So. Okay, so Mark, when the whole family goes to Greece, what are a few things I should be ready for?
Okay, so be ready for sunscreen. You need it. Wear loose clothing, things like that. Be ready to eat and drink copious amounts of everything. Before you go, I want you to learn a few words of Greek. It doesn't have to be a lot. Please and thank you are obvious, but if you can say, like, if you know to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, those kinds of things are really important. Small bits of Greek will get you really, really far. What else? Oh, also, in certain parts of Greece, Mark Finley, you'll be a little taller than average, because there are actually tall Greeks. They're just not on my side of the family. But there will be other places where you will be like literally towering over people. Not that you're not used to that, but I'm just telling you anyway. I want to point this out. Megan Moore says beer cheese is greater than pimento cheese. No shade to your recipe, Jocelyn. Just not a mayo fan. Would love to see you do a beer cheese versus pimento cheese.
I'd be up for that.
That's a really good idea. I need to write that down. I'm just going to write that down, because beer cheese is good.
Megan, you remember that when it shows up, you're like, shouldn't name me? You know, right here, that's where it came from.
Okay.
So I want to say, Henry, you wore his Wolters World windbreaker yesterday on my bike ride. It was comfy, nice.
Yay.
If you go to waltersworld.store, you also can pick up a windbreaker. I wear it occasionally as well. That's my spring fall jacket.
I love it because it packs. The reason we chose that, we pick everything that goes on our website, and we wear everything that goes on our website. We use it like this. I use this. I have had 3.
Yeah, if you watch any of our videos, you notice I wear the corset.
We're really stinking picky. I want to answer that in just a second, so don't move it, please. But
I'll just sit here and drink.
What I love about that particular jacket is that it really is incredible for packing. It packs really, really small, and that means a lot to me. Okay, so the gal said, how about chicken salad? What do you put in yours?
Oh my God, our friend Donna brought this chicken curry salad. So if anyone's
God, you're an ass. Go ahead, talk about the chicken salad. Read between the lines.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So our friend Donna brought over this curry chicken salad. So anyone has ever had Coronation chicken in the UK, like that sandwich, it's that stuff. It was phenomenal. But my wife makes this incredible chicken salad that you will die for. Because what she does is she'll get the like roasted chicken you get from the store. And so we'll eat that. But then we like leftover stuff. She'll like rip it off and put it in there. And then she somehow transforms this carcass of thrown away blah. And turns into this stuff that you're like, get the hell away. It's all mine now. Because she does a great job with it. Oh my God, it's so good. like the curry chicken one's good, but like hers is like infinitely
you.
better.
I love you, and I hate
What? Why?
you. No, because you're trying to make up for the fact that you thought of Art Mart's stupid ass curry chicken before you talked about mine.
I think in the end, everyone knows that yours is infinitely better than some cruddy place
Shut up, Mark.
that no
Like
one
a big
ever heard
fat
of.
old shut up, Mark. I'm not drinking because I can't drink anymore.
I'll
Good
drink
Lord
for you.
Almighty. So I'm just gonna say this, ladies. I love chicken salad. I eat chicken salad probably 4 times a week because
Honest.
it's
and
chicken
she-
salad.
and-
There's chicken and mayonnaise. What the hell else do I need?
And the stuff she makes is phenomenal. Like, I'm not trying to make up so I don't have to sleep on the couch. Well, still sleep on the couch if you want me to. But no, the curry stuff I had was really nice. But that you're right. Like the stuff that you make though,
It's different.
She does a great because hers is the flavor, but also the texture. Because the thing is, with chicken salad, the texture is really
Shut up.
important.
Just shut up, Mark.
What?
Here's the thing with the chicken salad.
Tastes good. Me eat. Me fat man. Me eat food. Go ahead. You know what? I'm
So
gonna
the
go,
chicken
I'm
salad.
gonna go pee, and she can
Good.
talk about this.
You
Because God
just
forbid.
go get out of
I
here.
try to say.
Nobody wants you in here anyway.
God forbid. I try to say how fantastic.
You're
and
just
wonderful
trying to
my
suck
wife's
up
stuff is.
because you effed up.
Hey.
Get out.
Hey, I bought a comfy
Get
couch.
out.
I bought a comfy couch for a reason, people.
He has never slept on the couch by my voice. I've told you to go sleep in Caleb's bed
Whatever.
because he has a really big bed. I wouldn't make you sleep on a sofa. Any hootie. So here's the thing with my chicken salad. Every time I make chicken salad, it's a little bit different because it is based on what is in my refrigerator. So I have chicken and I have mayonnaise. Those are always in there. There's usually salt and pepper and random other spices, completely dependent upon the vegetables and other things that happen to be in my fridge. And that's how I make chicken salad. It's rarely the same thing. It's like if I owned a restaurant, I wouldn't have soup du jour. I would have chicken salad du jour because it would never come out to be the same thing. So there's that. Okay. So, all right. All right. Shannon says, does that include the honorary sister? I don't know what she's talking about to Joe, but let me tell you something. When my sister and my honorary sister and my brother-in-law and I all get together, there's bound to be some confusion and also ridiculousness that nobody here needs to understand unless you're in the middle of it, because we're crazy. We're just all crazy. Oh, Mark Finley, thank you so much. Okay, there is a typo on my pimento cheese video. It says to use 6 ounces of pimentos. For God's sake, do not use 6 ounces of pimentos in the recipe I gave you. Do like maybe 4. Like you start with 3
No,
and
because you added
2
extra stuff.
and kind of add it in as you go. Pimento cheese. This is why that recipe is so dang hard for me. Is that I don't really measure that stuff out. Like I just throw it all
makes
in.
my life difficult.
Shut up, Mark.
To make the videos.
And take a drink. I don't have one. I have water. And I should really be drinking a lot of water tonight. So any hootie. This is my first live, and you are just making it all sorts of clustery. Mark is eating my Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, it's so good.
That's grounds for divorce. That's just that. That's it. It's just bad shit right there. Bad juju.
I mean, it's not a Reese's Easter
Now,
egg.
you know what? Here's the deal. I'm going to go
You
TT
can have the
now.
other half. Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
I only had a half of it. God forbid I have some tastiness. Anyway, her stuff comes in a silver bag. If that gives you the whole feel of Weight Watchers. Anyway, let's see where we're at. Steph Taylor has a 6 a.m. workout tomorrow. Mine's at 7 at the things. Stephanie X talking about Bojangles. Amazing. Yes. Though I don't know about their Stephanie. I don't know about their chicken salad. Their biscuits are the best. And our buddies at It's the Something, y'all, actually ranked them as best as chicken and biscuits. I mean, they are the chicken and biscuits, so it kind of makes sense. Let's see. Rebecca is telling me to take a drink because Rebecca obviously loves me on social media but likes to pick on me here. So, how dare you eat a peanut butter cup? Notice I only ate half of one. I gave the rest to her because I don't want to die in my sleep. So I have that. Yeah, it's funny with the munchies. So we usually do these, like we usually do them for like 3 hours or so. All right, we're at 2:20. We're at least going to get to 3 hours tonight. And so we'll have like some snacks. Oh, look who's back. The most wonderful woman in the world that I love more than the world.
You were talking smack about me.
No, look, no one. I was not saying anything. I was just saying how Kathy Wolters is a wonderful woman, and Means to Travel. Liz is fantastic, and Lori is great, and even Derek has redeeming qualities.
Your nephews, Pete. One, actually, I think they're both playing video games together downstairs, and they're goofing off. So could you? Oh, where you guys are so loud. Where are the boys? Well, they're used to it, Shan. They've grown up with really loud, obnoxious parents. At least in the United States, when we go abroad, we're not like this at all.
Yeah, and Johnson's pointed out that I've gotten really loud the last year or so, and I was talking.
Oh no, it's been like 2 years.
So I was at my buddy Dan's house the other day, and I'm like, "Man, you're right. I have gotten really loud." So I'm like, I'm trying to focus myself to bring it.
Yeah, well, obviously we are.
But there's enough. There's enough people on here that said their audio doesn't work very well. So I'm always like, hey, we might as well be loud. Joe Cody says,
"Shut up, Mark."
Oh, look, there's another one for you, Rebecca. I said that.
Mark, when you did gamble in this is from Henry Martinez. Mark, when you did gamble in Las Vegas, what games did you play? Did you like blackjack? I've actually won a lot more money on betting on boxing, UFC, and MMA fights.
Okay, so Henry, I haven't done like the sports bettings kind of stuff because that's one of the things I think I could get in and do well at. So I'm like trying to keep myself away from that because that's one thing is people have some kind of gambling personality. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay away from it. What I usually do is play like I actually play blackjack, and then the old school, well, it's blackjack. You just pull the handle and pick your cards, kind of stuff. I did that. Oh, Mary Ellen wishes she had some snacks in the house. I know. I was looking. Our snack.
Oh,
we're trying to be more healthy because we went overboard with our quarantine snacks in like May, and I just got
Look at me.
Yeah, I mean, I'd lost 50 pounds before this stuff started, and now I'm like, oh my god. So this week, actually, the swim pool by us, actually, you can get a lane for an hour. So I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I've gone 3 days in a row now. I got tomorrow, and the next day at 7:00. Because, like, you gotta work on it.
So, and you know what I did?
We're perfect the way you were, so you don't need to do anything.
But no, really, I have my arms have become sausagey instead of muscular-y. So I ordered 5 cubic yards of mulch, shoveled it into wheelbarrows, dumped it all around in all of the beds.
And Caleb helped.
Caleb helped. And you pulled some. Check that's not an adult freezer pop, please. Do you know how to make adult freezer pops? That's something else that's going to go on Jocelyn Wolters' world, or Simply Jocelyn. Good Lord Almighty, y'all. Woo! We're going to do that though, I promise. So adult freezer pops are really, really tasty, and I cannot have those. Joe Cody, I will send you the children. I swear to you, I will send you the children. Trini says, Jocelyn, I just love your channel. I think you'll hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Also, if you don't mind my asking you, when was the time where you got super drunk? Tonight?
Well, I can name a few.
Mark says he can name a few. Well, tonight it might be one of them. My sister and my
sister from another mother, and my brother-in-law are all on here too. So I'm pretty sure that let's not share those stories. let's just keep it at today. Okay, thanks. Love y'all. Oh my gosh. Actually, I think Shannon may have seen me more drunk than anybody else. But we're just gonna keep that to ourselves, darling. Okay. Yes, we are as loud as we want to be when we're at home. Yeah.
Here, babe.
What, baby?
I found one of the adult ones that hasn't quite frozen after being in the freezer for 3 weeks.
No, okay.
Oh, look! It's like yes, there's one that's liquid. So we have a special sealer so you can actually see what it is. So Caleb knew that his was not alcohol.
Dag nabbit.
So he knew. So don't be thinking we're trying to get that.
You can't have that.
Why not?
Because
there's one that's still liquid.
I don't want you to vomit.
Oh, is it pineapple?
Well, so here's what I did. I made a whole bunch of different ones trying to figure out exactly where I wanted to be on the alcohol, but types of alcohol with the different colors. That one's Penis Colossus. I mean, Pina
Thank God this is your channel and not mine. I'm going to say,
Colada.
you know, like I try to be wholesome.
Shoot.
You know,
you drop the F-bomb on yours.
Yeah, but like on our normal stuff, I'm a whole, you know, it's like you can watch with your family. And
but
now we know, like,
I always call Pina Colada
was that Mache Tessier that said, like, this is Wolters World After Dark? Was that, who was that? Who said that?
I don't know who said that, but this is definitely Adult Swim.
Yes, this is Adult Swim.
Because that's not how you drink it.
How do I do it?
No, I can't show you on here. That's beyond.
So I go this way.
Yeah, that's like USA. Sweet suck. That's HBO.
That's Skinamax. There, that's Skinamax.
OMG! If your mother ever sees this, she is going to kick.
Who? Your mother?
My
Your mother doesn't watch us. Notice my mother's on here. My mom, she's a member. She's a patron. Your mom.
Yeah, it's a good.
Look, there's more liquor here for me to pour in here.
Good Lord Almighty!
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Look, we finished that bottle.
This is an excellent. Oh my God, we have to stop. We just have to stop. Anyway, these are really excellent. I played around with my different recipes, trying to make things that taste really good, but also freeze at a proper amount. And I got it all done so that you have to stop, sugar. Good night, Slim Mama.
Oh, so long up. Bye. Later.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's been a hell of a night.
And we're keeping going. We're not stopping.
Oh no, I think we should.
I took a nap today. We're up.
Yeah, Mark took like a 4 hour.
We have to go at least till 11. It's 10:27. We can go for another 33 minutes.
So Joe says, Jocelyn, adult Capri Suns are coming soon. So
that's right. And he also says, like when you took the syringe shot.
Yes. Just like that. So can I say this, that my brother-in-law loves Capri Suns, high C things, whatever. He likes kids' drinks. And he's like this big giant, like, you know, army dude. And so for his birthday this year, I sent him Capri Sun, like refillable Capri Sun containers so that he could make adult Capri Suns for himself. Because I suck at a lot of things, but I'm really good at, like, you know, food.
Amazon.
Amazon.
You're good at Amazon.
Mm-hmm. There's that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so.
Oh, Mache said she bought those adult frozen pots and was not impressed. So that's the thing.
Oh,
when you buy the pre-made ones,
I don't buy them. I make them myself.
Good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing, this was
a kid's pop.
Kid's pop. She cuts the top out, pours the stuff out, makes her own concoction, pours it back in, and then it's the thing that looks like a hair crimper she puts on the end. So that's why the kids can tell what's for kids and what's not, because it
has a different crimp.
So
and
instead of
shorter.
having like this at the end, it's got like 4 bars across the top. So it's pretty easy to know that.
And they're smaller.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure if they tasted it, they would go, "Oh my god, this sucks."
Yeah, and even at 13, you still like, I'm not cool with that.
Yep.
At 15, we like, oh, it tastes like garbage, but yeah, I'm cool. And we're not there yet, thank God.
We're having jumps, but some of these are really funny. So, Nick says at the gas station in Vienna, the Capri Suns were right next to the 3-liter bottle of wine. Same thing, right?
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about too. I thought it was
They
the
are.
same thing.
They're absolutely been there, done that.
So this summer, it was my third time teaching in Austria. I mean, well, I wasn't in Austria, but I was teaching for this university in Austria. Same thing. Totally understand exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
Mm-hmm.
Someone Thomas More, dude, I haven't seen you forever.
It's been 3 weeks. Y'all are getting me in the mood for my September vacation in Memphis and New Orleans. Yeah, we are, because this is what you do in New Orleans and Memphis.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I love food in Memphis, but New Orleans is probably one of my favorite places to eat in the United States. Like, great food, right?
Great food, great
wow,
culture. We have a video that'll come out. We're filming that in Savannah when we go down there about the best, the most European cities in the U.S. And New Orleans is like one of the top 3.
Absolutely, like it's just the wealth of culture, and the diversity of culture and food, and all of it is so intertwined. The South is a complicated place, but New Orleans makes it approachable. It is a beautiful thing. You can easily feel enveloped by it, and at least have some understanding of the history and the culture of the Deep South by spending a week in the city. And you can't just stay on you can't just stay downtown, because there's so much more to the area. Wowzer. Where's the dog? The dog is Nanakia. That means that he's taking a nap in Greek.
Yeah, I'll just put that cheese over
anywho.
here.
All right.
In the shot glass.
Jeremy is switching from beer to scotch to keep up with the stream. Bless your heart.
Wait, you went the wrong way, man, because I'm like, I wish I had beers at home.
Mashe says, I could totally see my children drinking my pops. Well, my kids aren't quite at that age. Caleb will be there probably not too terribly long, so I'm going to have to like
next year.
Different freezer. That's what's going to
If it ever comes.
I know. So I ordered a small extra freezer just simply because. So here's what happens in our freezer.
Because we're old and it's time to get that second fridge.
Well, what happens in our freezer is that I often have to take out the ice bucket from the ice machine, so that I can fit in all the stuff, because
the 9-pound freaking tender
there
lad.
was that.
We finally got it out. For those of you that know what we're talking about.
And we got most of it. I think there's still one left in there, baby.
Oh, there is, but I moved it so we can actually get ice again.
So anywho,
Look, ice in my drink. It's awesome.
Yeah, we have ice cubes made from the ice maker. So
Stop drinking whiskey straight with no.
There's a bit of a thing. Anyway, so I ordered a small little stand-up freezer so that I can just put those extra things. Like, my kids are addicted to paletas, which are these wonderful Central and South American and Caribbean. I don't know, they're not everywhere in the Caribbean.
Not really, yeah. But
it's
like it's not a popsicle, but it's like a fruit pop.
And yogurt sometimes.
Yeah, they're fantastic. You get them at Sam's Club. They'll say Paletas de Mexico, and it's just amazing.
Paletas de Mexico. What, baby?
Yeah.
Yes, those are new. You may have one. When did you get them? Yesterday. You're welcome. What? Fala obrigado.
Caleb.
You're welcome.
Tell thanks to your mom.
He did. He said thanks.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay.
Yeah. He just took his own sweet time about it, because, Any hootie.
My shit tells you, I draw lines in my wine bottles.
What now?
My shade, why are you drinking the whole bottle? It's like I go to my mom's house. She keeps wines for years. I'm like, So.
Oh, my youngest is 18 and sneaky.
Yeah. So then there's like people that have the vodka. They draw the lines on there. They just pour water on top of it. You're like, look.
We did that too.
Yeah. Like, look.
We know.
Let's be honest. Like, you gotta do that stuff. You're
He
here.
didn't bother to do that.
You're at my house. Ain't no one leaving. Y'all stay in your asses here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Because it's tough being a parent sometimes. Ooh. Daniel, well, I've had Sazerac. Bel Age Cuvée has the AP. So Sazerac, if you're in New Orleans, if you go to the Sazerac, they actually built a whole Sazerac like visitor center. It is well worth it. I went with my buddies Matt and Mike. It is well worth the visit for what you learn. You get to drink along the way. It's really cool. And the best part was, so we went to that and we left the Sazerac house. We were walking on the street like, Wolter, is that you? And so like it was like 6 people in a row recognized me, and they're all recognizing me as Wolter. And so my buddies know that my real name is Mark Wolters. And so they had the best time the next 2 days going, hey Wolter, you gotta take a poop? Hey Wolter, could you go order the pizza? Hey Wolter. I'm like,
shut up, Mark. Banako says, what are the most European-style U.S. cities and the least European-style U.S. cities? So least European, that's hard to say, but most European, Helen, Georgia, a small little town. It's not a city. It's a small little town in North Georgia.
Leavenworth, Washington.
Leavenworth, Washington.
No, it's your channel. You go ahead, because my opinion doesn't matter.
I'm going to say that New Orleans has a lot of, it's a very Creole place, but you get a lot of European sort of feel.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston. And,
Quebec City. Montreal.
Quebec is not America. He said U.S., but Quebec is probably in North America. Quebec, it definitely is right up there.
There's some fantastic places in Mexico if you want to look at North America. Granada, Nicaragua, awesome.
Granada, Nicaragua is probably one of the most Spanish places, but there's a lot.
Katie Smith's in the house. Good to see her.
Katie.
Your channel. I just sit here and look pretty. It's so nice not having to, work hard.
Yep. Steph says, my kids think they are so slick. Then I remind them that their mother and I were their age once upon a time. You can't pull one over on us. Let me tell you something.
Oh, they don't think they will. They think they will.
the only, like, as I'm watching Caleb grow up, there are 2 big differences generationally. And one is vocabulary. And I think that is true for all generations, right? Like,
because you didn't know that sweat.
I know Caleb was talking
new
about
cool.
sweaty, and that is the new word for try hard on video games, whatever.
And try hard, the people that are like trying to cheat ish.
No, they're just people who want to succeed more than everyone else. And let's be honest, some people are try hards and call other people try hards. So
I can think of one downstairs right now.
Okay, so number one is that there's a vocabulary difference, right? And the other thing for me personally, and this is less probably for Mark dealing with Caleb, is the online everything. Dear Lord, I mean, we were like the first generation really of email and online everything. Everything, we grew up in that, and we were just at the very start of that. And my kids are so part of that. That's a huge thing, don't you think? I mean, like, for me, those are the places we have to keep up. And the rest of it, oh hell no, I did it all. And if I didn't, he did. And
that's the thing is, I can't fault our kids for doing what we did. It's one of those things like your parents. It's like when we used to sneak out as kids. It was like,
I used to leave my mother notes.
Just leave it. Yeah, you left a note. I didn't. I got caught once. And I'm like, oh, someone's going to TP Nate's house, so I had to be there. She's like, just leave a note. So it means like, Mama knows. And my mom was a preacher's daughter, so God knows what the hell she did.
But you're talking bad about my mother-in-law.
I'm not. She's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember Mom's Weekend at U of I. And they were asking these, it was like a Jeopardy questionnaire thing. She's like, I did grow up in the 60s. And I'm like, I don't want to know anymore. There's a whole Futurama episode about that. So anyway, not that one. Not that one you're thinking about. There's another one. Anyway.
Scott says, I'm looking at doing a Middle Eastern trip. Have you ever been to Turkey or UAE?
No.
So we should have been. Had
we
this year gone according to plan, we should have been in Turkey a couple weeks ago. Did not happen, obviously. UAE,
why was that? Oh,
Caleb has put Dubai on the list for next year. Each year, we let the kids pick a place, and Liam had picked Israel last year, and that had to be canceled for unforeseen stuff. Oh. So we have to make that one up.
And then we were supposed to go. Well, that was November. That got canceled. We had it scheduled for June. We were there last week.
So it got canceled.
And that got canceled because of Corona.
And then Caleb has asked for Dubai for next year because last year Caleb had asked for Jamaica, and we went to Jamaica, and then everything went to hell in a handbasket this year. So next year our plan is, loosely speaking, the kids, whatever their picks are, so probably Israel and Dubai, because we have to still get Liam's in there, and then we need to just visit friends and family because it's been a rough year, and we need to see people, and we need to have some time with people. So, by the way, Joe and Pete and Shannon, y'all come on up here because we've got birthdays galore this year. So
it's like every year people have it at the same time.
I know. Well, we've got a baby birthday. We've got a first birthday this year.
Oh, that's right.
My nephew's turning 1 at the end of July, the 28th or 29th of July.
Obviously, Joe knew that because Joe is the better
brother-in-law.
Uncle. He's the better uncle than I am.
So,
I'm the drunk uncle that gives you no good advice. They're like, don't be like Uncle Mark. Be like Uncle Joe.
Oh, honey, you're such a good man.
Anyway, hey, so Jeremy Seitz, he says, can vouch for Leavenworth, Washington. It's awesome. So Leavenworth, Washington, it's not that old of a city. They made it specifically to look like it's back in Germany. But Jeremy, if you can send me some pictures, please do.
I love Colorado.
Because we're actually, when we're down in Savannah, I'm actually going to be filming a video on the most European cities in the U.S. to give you that feel. And so I'm looking at not just the aesthetics, but like aesthetics, outdoor life, all kinds of stuff. And Leavenworth is actually on my list. So.
Hey, guess who else is on? Steve and Sarah.
Wait, you mean Auntie Princess Sarah?
Auntie Princess Sarah.
The Auntie Princess Sarah?
Steve is Uncle Prince Steve?
No, Steve's just Steve.
He's just
because Auntie Princess Sarah should be Queen.
But I'm
Princess.
the queen.
Exactly. That's like you totally screw over.
Okay, so y'all, like, I'm having some great old Shrimp Factory flashbacks right now.
I like Shannon's like,
holy
Shannon's like, Ro's not allowed on social media until she's 16. Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh shit, fire sister.
Yeah, you might not think it is.
You better get a hold of that phone and check.
But I have not seen her on there, so there's that.
I haven't either. So
Uncle Joe Cody says, don't be like Uncle Joe. That's right. Drink more like Uncle Mark.
Where is it cold? It's cold up where? It's hot as Hades this morning. Well, it wasn't really hot as Hades. I would say it was in the upper 80s today. This week, though, I swear to you, the last 4 days, it has been like 80 max.
Yeah, it's been cold.
No humidity, praise God, because that never happens. And it has been just absolutely lovely.
No, it's true. Like the place where I go swimming, I went there on Monday expecting to be like freezing. And I jumped in like, oh, that was nice. And every day since then, it's actually been colder and colder and colder. I'm like, what the what? Oh, Stephanie says Dad said I'm the queen. No, she didn't. No, he didn't, Stephanie. We all know that Jocelyn's the queen.
Dumbass.
Yeah. My God, I am so glad this is on Wolters' World.
If you look at Mom's phone, it literally says the queen, and there's my phone number. Sorry, sister. But I'm the queen. You can be all the other things, but I'm the queen.
Let's keep the family drama out of the feed, baby.
But she's my Pete.
That's the other thing. Is she's.
Hey, Joe Cody said something.
What did Joe Cody
Shut
say?
up, Mark.
Shut up, Mark. All right. So, oh yeah, it's really not that bad up here. It's been decent. Like, I mean, nice, enjoyable weather, and I've been really happy with it. Yes.
So Megan Morris points out that yes, to Albania you can go there for 364 days with no visa. Just leave for one day and reset. And this is one thing. So Megan Morris puts on something that a lot of people do, like people that were retired in Costa Rica. When I used to live in Lithuania, people would get their visas, and it's for a certain amount of time, and then you just go across the border for a day, and you'd come back and it would reset. And I've seen people do that, and you got to be careful. Like in Schengen, if they really are paying attention, they can be dicks about it. But like when I used to live in Lithuania, I lived there for 3.5 years. I would still get my new like residence permit, but I still had to leave for that day. Like, oh, your permit stops on September 1st. So September 1st, I would go to Liepāja, which is in Latvia. I'd spend the night there. Then I'd come back the next day to restart it, and then I'd go to the office to start up my new process to get a new like permission to live there. And you have people that do that. So like in Nicaragua, there's a whole industry of people that live in Costa Rica. No, they live in Costa Rica, but they go up to Nicaragua to like when they're at 90 days or 80 days, and they stay there for a week. And
I
they
would
come
be
back
the
home.
opposite. I would live in Nika and go to Costa. That would be me. So Steve is saying that there is a special birthday happening on July 13th. Really bad with numbers. And
yes, I had that in my calendar.
It is Sarah's birthday.
To say, so I actually had it. Wait,
so we were going to have this. I was supposed to. I'm not kidding. Our summer trip all kind of went around Sarah's birthday this year so that I could be home in time for Sarah's birthday. And it was all planned out. It was really wonderful. And then COVID. And by the way, when I say and then COVID, I really mean like all the 4-letter words because I'm like so.
You don't believe me? Look, it says Jocelyn Dollywood, the 11th to the 15th of July. Proof that it's been in my calendar, which means that Auntie Princess Sarah's fiesta of party time was there.
That's right. So, anywho, we don't get to go to Dollywood now. So, I'm trying to think of something that is possible somehow. So, Stove, let's you and me, let's talk quietly apart from all of this, and we're going to figure something out together because Sarah and I have had some of the best damn birthdays together, like ridiculous stuff. And, you know, Sarah was part of this group. So, Sarah and honorary sister Shannon. My sister Pete got involved in a little bit, and there were several other girls, Jackie, I don't know, there were just a bunch of us, and we used to make each other cakes, and we would make these ridiculous cakes, like one might look like a shoe or a purse or several other things that I can't mention on the YouTube because this is already like beyond PG, and it's just funny stuff that we used to do for each other, and I had every plan in the world to do that for Sarah this year, but who the hell knows what's going on now.
So Megan Morris points out, for anyone who doesn't know, Means to Travel hosts a live feed on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time.
They do.
Similar vibe to this one. Many of the same people. Hope to see you when you're over there. And I agree. You'll see us over there as well. Because Liz and Derek are awesome.
Good night, gals.
Night, gals.
Liz and Derek are really fun, and they have Papagino, and so Papagino is this special little puppy that looks like the creature from
Gremlins?
the Never Ending.
Oh, that's right. It's straight up. No, seriously, straight up. It is like from freaking
absolutely like Papagino is like kind of the cutest thing ever. And
wow, thanks.
As a dog.
And go on.
What do you want from me?
I don't know. Apparently nothing.
God, I love you. Oh my goodness. Okay.
So Megan Morris did her thing.
Where's it at?
So no, Lorelai. Do you think the password would be hard to get for people? Right now, you could not get there's 1.7 million passports waiting to go through the passport agencies right now. They're only in phase 1 of reopening up. they're saying it's going to take them at least 8 weeks to get through those, and then it's the next ones to go through. So if you need to get a passport, I'll wait a few weeks, and then go to the nearest passport agency you have to get your new passport to make it faster than sending stuff in. If you're not going to travel for a few months, go to the website, the State Department's website. They have a bunch of stuff about that because it's going to be a while.
Laura, I don't know Jordan the Lion, but I will check that out and see what that is. I'm guessing that's a YouTube thing. So
I don't know.
Anyway, it's getting hard for me to.
So
read
Angel
because I
Monero
get
just moved to
sleepy.
Chicago from California. Big weather difference for sure. Job opportunity here and cheaper rent.
Pete, no one
Yeah.
needs to know that.
That's true.
Dolly Parton, is she in her 70s or 80s? I think that she is
Yeah.
79, 80.
Yeah, she's getting up.
She's really close, so I'm
Yeah.
not really sure.
It's
So.
their parents' age.
All right. I'm getting tired.
All right.
Is it okay if we start to call it a night, kids? Because
Well, you're 12 seconds from 3 hours.
okay.
On your first live feed, you can't leave people hanging.
Okay, we'll get to that.
You know, you got to get there. You got to give them a little
11,
something.
I'm 13 seconds.
I'm ready.
Oh my
Maybe I should just do my own live feed on Wolters Road after this to drum with some support.
Mark is like all sorts of energized because he took a stupid nap today while I was hauling out five.
You did
cubic
4 of them
yards.
yesterday, and then
You did none of them.
I did none of them. That's right. That's why I have children. I'm sorry. I was
the kids
doing other things. I took the kids to swim lessons. I did the other stuff.
Okay,
If
so
you
Dolly is
wanna go into
74.
homework-
Dolly is 74, and that is coming straight from Sarah's mouth, and she is like her biggest fan.
That's right. And Stephen Caldwell also is putting at 74. Yes, 74. Okay.
Okay, so let's say goodnight to everyone, and whether you're skipping, skinny dipping,
Or whatever. Claire, thank you for being on here.
just whatever goofy things y'all are doing, enjoy yourselves.
So
be
this
kind
week-
to one another.
Yes, and so this weekend, Jocelyn stuff will be the charcuterie plate will be out.
Oh,
They'll-
charcuterie! You
that's
didn't
right.
tell me that.
Yeah,
We
Anyway.
talked about other things.
we did. And then you will have the drinks one, and then if hummus is okay, we'll have that. So it'll be 3 out this week, and then it'll go to a little bit more like probably 2 week stuff because there's all kinds of stuff going on. Thanks, Joe. Love you too.
Shut up, Mark. Thank you, Katie, and I appreciate that. All of you guys, hugs and kisses and love, and be kind to one another. And yeah,
Night, Eric B.
I thank you for being part of this. My first live stream that was absolutely ridiculous.
Yes,
But you know what? It wouldn't be Jocelyn if it wasn't ridiculous. So
that's right.
good night. Have a wonderful time. See
And
y'all
we'll
later.
see some of you tomorrow night with Elise and Derek on their live feed.
Yeah.
So do check them out there. And just